Welcome back. We're speaking English this time, and we're playing a little 5th edition D&D. Last time, by the way, our lovely Samurai Sam is not here tonight. He is, doing things, so I will be Jaegering his character a bit. Neriad, won't be talking quite so much and doing so many things, but he is around as much as he can be. Beyond that, just to kind of recap for what happened last time, our little band of party poopers, having been serendipitously brought together through this con game by an Oblex spawn, found themselves investigating an underground temple or dungeon of sorts. Upon escaping, they befriended a skeletal farmer named Bobby Garcia, who, in exchange for helping him get rid of this kobold menace nearby, would help them with enchanting properties for some of their weapons. They just completely slaughtered a poor little camp of kobolds, and met a strange slod creature also in the area that they helped escape. More on that later, maybe. And then went back to Bobby's, got their weapons enchanted, and headed their way to the Southern Outpost, hoping to sell oranges for the skeletal farmer. Unfortunately, upon the way, they were apprehended, and we ended last week with both Finnegan and Neriad having cold metal objects pressed to the back of their heads as they walked down the road toward the Southern Outpost.
I forgot this happened.
Yes, not really spoilers, because I guess it just happened last week. Okay, so I'm going to now put you guys here as we navigate what is going on. So the sun has fallen in the sky. It is now evening, a little bit of sunlight left and mostly a dim setting. As you're walking down the road, I kind of put you in a vague orientation of what you might be doing. You were chatting. The journey should have ended by nightfall. You kind of pushed forward as it was getting dark, when all of a sudden, behind you, Finnegan, a cold metal shape presses against your neck, as it does to Neriad, and the voice whispered, "Now don't move. All right now? Easy does it.
All right. All right. Hold my hands up.
Very good, very good. Yes, tell the rest of them to stop and put their hands in the air, and nobody gets hurt."
Stop! Stop!
Do you mean stop?
Why are we stopping?
Have you tripped?
No, just stop!
And as you all turn around, you do see Finnegan not nearly blocking the tall, slender figure wearing a large, wide-brimmed hat and a small kind of cold pistol emerging from her hand at the back of his neck, and dark skin around with white hair falling down, the figure that I am pulling to the map here. And you hear Neriad say, "Oh no, oh, it's got me too, that's my best Neriad impression." And he too walks forward from the side of the road, being now followed by another figure wearing dark clothing, a wide-brimmed hat, and this one carrying a couple daggers in its hand. And it also sort of marches him forward and pushes him there. And the voice behind Finnegan speaks again. "Okay, everyone, I don't want to hurt any of you. We need a few supplies, and we will be on our way. So please calm down. I see there you have some crates in your cart. You give us the crate, and we will be on our way. How does this sound?"
What kind of supplies are you looking for? Because I don't know if we actually have what you would want or need.
We simply need food. That is all.
You're picking the wrong fight, you know that, right?
Oh.
That's okay. I don't mean to insult anyone here. I have ourselves, and I have my friends. And at this point, you do see in the bushes around the road some rustling of leaves. I can't quite tell what's going on in there. You can make a perception check if you'd like, but there is some rustling in the bushes around you.
I want to make a perception check.
Being very small, what's the chances of me slipping into a bush and stealthing?
Can
Mine's a
certainly
13.
try. 13, okay.
I rolled on roll 20, sorry.
Ooh,
No problem. Whatever you want to do.
Perception is
20.
23.
Deception is 23? Or perception?
Is 23.
Perception,
but I want to know if I
Yeah,
can sneak off into the bush.
Roll deception.
So Zaunder and Matthias, you do both notice some figures in the bushes. Zaunder, you are quite familiar with what these figures look like because they look like you. They are dark-skinned elves that seem to be flanking around some of the bushes. You see one on the right there, and you see another one here to your left.
But these aren't people I personally know, though.
From this distance, it's pretty hard to tell.
Hey man, not all Drow know each other, okay?
Yeah, no,
It is a bit difficult. Through the bushes and stuff, you see them out there. Matthias, go ahead and make me a stealth check.
It started off better than last week. 2 19s in a row. 27 stealth.
27. Okay, as you see this figure in the trees start to move forward ever so slightly, trying to make sure it has good positioning on you here, you do manage to kind of skirt right next to it, and you think, you're not sure, but you think you may have gotten a little bit of cover in these bushes here, slipped away.
Cool.
The other voice from the tree says, no more movement here. Huh? Stay put. Give us the crate, and we will be on our way.
How many crates do we have?
You have 2 crates of watermelons and 4 crates of oranges.
I mean, who cares about fucking oranges? Why don't we just give them to him, I guess?
Zaunder steps forward and starts speaking in the Drowish dialect of Elvish. Why are you up here on the surface looking for crates of food?
There's a long pause as they shift, and this one makes itself a little more known outside. Who goes there? Who is that voice? I know it.
Zaundur Drevain. Who is this?
You do not need to know my name, Zaundur Drevain, but I know you. And he starts to shouts over in this, all the rest of you just hear in some dark elf language, but he basically just informs the rest of the group. There's someone from the colony that's here. They start to shift back a little bit. Their weapons kind of steady themselves for a moment. And a voice behind you, Finnegan, as you feel that cold metal barrel sort of push away from your neck for a moment, says, what are the chances then? I see. Just a moment there, Gwenny. And he moves over here. She moves over here into the trees and starts to talk off camera, off screen in the distance here.
Okay.
This one's they're still holding onto their weapons, but they're not aiming them at you anymore. It's a sort of tense moment goes by.
Did they let go of Finnegan?
Yeah, Finnegan is completely free at this point. Yeah, Neriad still has one that's kind of flanking behind him, but not like trying to stab his neck anymore. And then there's one, you notice that another one steps out of the bushes here and makes himself known as well.
Can I see that they're Drow? Are they pretty clearly Drow?
Yeah, at this point, now that they've emerged from the woods themselves, you do notice that these do seem to be dark elves. Yes.
Okay.
How different is the Drow dialect from typical Elvish?
It's a good question.
Is it like knowing like the Spain version of Spanish and going to Mexico with it?
Right. Let's just see what the old D&D Beyond tells us. Yeah, go ahead and make an intelligence check, Meena.
Oh, good lord, this die is going in the jail. 6.
6. Yeah, unfortunately, this you pick up little words and phrases, but it's quite difficult to understand what's going on because the dialect is quite thick. It feels a little more ancient, a little more runic in the way that they speak to each other. Anything happening in these few moments here as you wait for them?
Yeah, now that they've released Finnegan and I've seen that they're all Drow, I sort of telepathically speak to Gwen really quickly because they're within range. Don't worry, I've got this. And hold my hands up even higher. And as loud as possible for everyone to hear, go, we're just slaves for Master Drevain. Must have been a misunderstanding. So to hold my hands up.
Can you facepalm telepathically?
Zaunder looks extremely smug. He's very pleased at this development.
This one puts his large sort of mace or mallet in his hand, and he sort of leans on it on the ground. You mean to tell me Zaunder Devane found some slaves?
Can I roll deception on that?
Sure. They were very willing to believe you. So you can roll it just for fun.
No. I'm gonna roll deception. Because as I say this, my face sort of like twitches whenever I speak.
Okay.
Tell a lie.
He's a terrible liar.
An honest liar.
Here we go. That's not bad. A 12.
12. Okay, yeah. I mean, they were willing to believe you. They did notice your face is kind of weird when you said it, but then they look back at
Whatever, he's
Zaunder
just like-
and they just sort of like start shaking their heads, and one of them moves over towards you and says, "Oh my, who's Zaunder? Did not think you had it in you. Yes, my name is Luther. We've not interacted very much. I'm much a little higher rank than you are currently, but it is, well, it's interesting. I thought that you were, as they say, a fuck up, but I see that you have become quite the man."
Can I pick up
well, that
fuck
was
up
your
from that?
mistake.
Yeah. This is happening.
It's on Drow.
This is happening in common, I think, actually, because you said something in common, Finn. They want to start speaking in common around you, so you all understand when they said that.
Okay.
Yes, well, it was clearly your mistake, wasn't it? As you can see, I have assembled quite a collection of slaves to bring back to the matron.
Neriad says, "Oh, yes, I'm a slave for him." All I got.
See?
At
What
this
more proof
point,
do you need?
the figure comes out and whispers something in Gwenny's ear over here, and then you see another figure emerge from the.
I'm sorry, what name are you saying?
Gwenny.
Gwenny?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Very-
spelled.
very
I'll
similar to
type it
Gwen.
in the.
I
Zoom.
keep thinking that you're talking about me, and I'm like,
That's your new
Don't
nickname.
That's how it's spelled.
Gwen E.
Gwenny.
great.
Might be pronounced differently. And so another figure emerges here from the woods. She's dressed quite differently than the others. So there are two male figures, two female figures, and then this is a female figure wearing incredibly lavish leather armor that is cut beautifully, ornate gems around it. And she emerges out of the woods and has a pair of something hanging around her neck. Can't quite tell what it is as she comes from the woods here. And she steps forward to the road and says, "Zaunder Devane, my. Hello."
Do
And
I
you
recognize that
You
voice?
do indeed recognize that voice. This is the voice of Nekri, who was the princess in your colony,
Ooh.
last seen a few weeks back.
She's got a token. She's important.
Zaunder immediately drops to one knee.
Oh, god damn it.
No, this is not necessary. I have given up that world, of course. Zaunder, please.
Giving it up.
I'll get down to one knee as well.
Giving it up, he
I
says,
won't.
still looking at the ground and like kneeling. Giving it up. What do you mean? My lady.
You see, after all the dramatics with my mother's death, I found the way for my own path. And as you look at her, you notice that she is far more worldly than you've seen before. Yes, she's still wearing the ornate armor, but her hair is a bit messy. It's also been chopped off on the side. There's like much shorter than her hair used to be, these long braids as she would sit on the throne next to her mother. Now it's sort of chopped off to one side. You can see mud and dirt, not dumb and mert. Mud and dirt sort of caked on her boots. Her skin has the wear of being in the sunlight for a while, which is not the thing that drow skin really loves to do. And as she sort of walks forward and grabs your hand and sort of tries to bring you up. Yes, I'm trying to make my own way in this world. As I see, perhaps you are, looking back over your shoulder.
I'm only taking these slaves back to the matron to regain her acceptance.
The old ways, the habits, they are hard to break. It is true. I do hope that you treat them better than you are often treated yourself, Zaunder.
What do you mean? I am an elite drow warrior.
Yes, I suppose one day you shall be, and I look forward to seeing that day.
How could you just leave?
I do not believe that what I want in this world aligns with what the community wishes to have. The colony has gone in different directions. It has been going this way for some time. More brutish, more foul to every person. I do not wish to be part of this, and so I will try something new.
What could possibly be worth trying other than the ways that we've always lived with?
I say under my breath, apparently highway robbery. Just like...
Yes. I must find my own path. You see, I've been told what to believe for so long. I finally decided it was time to figure out what I know. That's all. Zaunder Dravain, I do not wish to put much of a burden on you at this point, but my cohort here is quite hungry, and if you do have supplies, I will not take them from you, but I would ask that you would share, perhaps.
All this is in common, right?
Yes.
Actually, I might be able to help with that.
What the fuck was Bobby's thing called? The Golden what?
The Golden Road.
Golden Road.
The oranges, yes.
Zach, can I try and sneak behind her and then pop out behind her?
Yeah. Go ahead and make another stealth check. What were you going to say, Finnegan?
Hold on, I'm just doing a quick check. I'm trying to get to my spells really quickly.
Okay.
24.
24, yeah. So they are so sort of looking at Zaunder and taken by this incredibly strange situation that they're in.
Never mind.
Do manage to kind of, let's say, like almost jump in this tree branch and then kind of skyrocket around and land like right behind her suddenly.
I was more thinking of all of a sudden climbing up Zaunder's back and peering over his shoulder again.
Oh, well, that
He
works
just
too.
appeared.
Yeah, I think that can be totally fine. You leap from the branches, and Zaunder, suddenly you feel this 3-pound, I don't know how heavy you are, 10-pound mouse folk land right across your shoulders.
20 pounds.
Is he like 40 pounds?
20. 20.
20
Okay.
pounds? Yeah, 20 pounds. So we'll say that, go ahead and make a, let's call it a strength saving throw, Zaunder.
Strength saving throw. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
You get flattened
You
by
know
a little
what?
mouse.
Fortunately, I'm actually proficient in those, so let's see.
Okay.
Are you?
What?
That's actually a 22.
Everyone's
Two,
surprised.
yeah. And without even flinching, Zaunder, though it is quite surprising, and all of your pride and all of your attempt to keep poise, you barely flinch as this mouse folk just jumps around your body and scrambles up to your shoulders.
And I will bow to the lady after hearing everything. My lady, may I present to you Finnegan, my king. Who's obviously, he points to Finnegan.
Like hands on my head, kneeling.
Zaunder, I am quite confused. You have a
Yes.
king with you?
You're not the only one. Yes, well, you can clearly see the caliber of the slaves I have acquired. King Finnegan.
Yeah,
What is this
Zaunder.
plan
Oh,
that
I
you
mean,
have?
Master. Stand up. Oh, it's nothing. I misspoke. I kind of go back down.
Oh,
to-
no. No.
Oh no.
I would very much like to hear it. We all would.
Oh, we would. All right.
Please elucidate us.
All right. Well, gonna walk forward. We could all travel together and sell the oranges and use some of the gold to get your princess. Kind of bow. Some food. No one gets hurt. No one goes hungry.
I appreciate this offer. Though I do not know if you speak for Zaunder, it does appear you allow your slaves some candidacy in your decision making, yes?
Right, sorry, my lord. Step back.
Yes. Silence.
Matthias looks
Thing.
looking extremely confused looking at it.
Zaunder, make a deception check. As you
This is ridiculous.
Why do I have
I'm
to make a
just
deception check? I say silence half thing like every day to him.
I'm like, really right now, is this really what's fucking happening?
All right, that's a 7.
she catches this Maybe it's the smirk of Gwen in the background. Maybe it's Neriad kind of fumbling around and not really paying attention. Whatever it is, she starts to. Zaunder, I do not wish to know your business, and I ask that you do not know mine. I appreciate your offer to travel, but I am looking for my own path. I have my guard here, and I believe that will be enough. Indeed, I only wish to have some food from you and then be on my way.
Well...
Do you want to buy the food? We're selling it.
Oh, yeah, we are selling it.
I mean, Zaunder is... Can someone explain the concept of slavery to me?
Oh, yeah, I'll explain it to you.
Okay,
oh, yes. I'll pull up my manacles and
is
put
Zaunder
them
making
on.
the decisions now?
Yes, Zaunder is making the decisions now. Zaunder says be quiet.
Oh, what a fucking mistake that is.
So,
Would the princess like some
what
hard
did you
tack?
just say?
I think you heard me, Zaunder. What should you do?
I should beat you senseless and throw you in a pit with no food or water.
Oh, you would be no such thing to Gwen.
Well,
Oh,
I should.
Try and lay a hand on me. I'll show you how well that goes over.
Again.
Look. Them aside, we know who farmed these fruits. If you're interested in having more than just these crates, we could introduce you to him. Maybe you could work out some sort of arrangement.
I mean, he'll give it to you for free. He likes people eating his shit.
Oh, yeah,
But this
he
is
does.
what we're selling.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to try it? It's lovely.
Sure, of course, yes. Thank you. I would purchase these, but I am unfortunately without any coin, as I left in quite some hurry a few weeks ago, and, well, we've been scavenging what we can for a while, and unfortunately I do not like stealing, but I do wish to keep myself afloat until I find another purpose.
Oh, were you crawling around on the ground too?
What's
the
that?
earthquake fucked up your home, didn't it?
Oh, I left some time before the earthquake. I do not know what happened to the colony since then. I do hope it's all right, though it is not for me.
I can't let you have these crates unless you agree. You agree to come back to the colony with me and vouch for me. Get me back. Get me into the favor of the matron.
Make a persuasion check.
All right. This is going to go well.
I'm still on his shoulders, like, sitting on his shoulder with my legs.
Gwen's so annoyed. She's like, I just want to go. Why are we at the
3.
Southern Outpost already?
What was it?
3.
3. She shakes her head. Zaunder, I do not think you understand my position. You see, I am a wanted person. They are out hunting me. I see more Drow in the area every day, and, well, I try to avoid them. It's been so hard to find work, to find some place to settle down. I'm on the run, you see.
What did you do?
I left my responsibility. It was my job to lead the colony after the death of my mother, and I would not do it.
Is she lying?
Make an insight check.
Meanwhile, Matthias, as I said, he's sitting on his shoulders and he's got his hand on Zaunder, obviously to keep balance. And then his hands just like, you know when a child starts like rolling your hair around in your fingers, he starts doing this.
Zaunder's hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matthias,
15.
can you please get off?
What was it?
15.
15. She is telling the truth from what you can tell. However, you have noticed that on occasion she makes quick glances to the woman that went to fetch her earlier, who is now kind of over here by her side.
Gwenny?
No, Gwenny is the man here.
He's
you do not know the name of this.
That's a dude then?
Yeah, this is male. This person's male. This is female. Here, there's a female here. And then there is Nakri.
But she keeps looking at some other girl that's there?
Yeah, she keeps looking at her while she talks.
Mm.
Almost
head
a
over to the
slight
crates.
smile as she looks at her.
I'll head over to the crates and open one up.
You do
Wait.
what, Matthias?
I'll head over to the crates and open one up and I'll start saying, 2 silver pieces, 2 silver pieces, 2 silver. No, okay, 1 copper piece, 1 copper piece. And he'll start like trying
We
to
don't
be like
have any money.
free then, free, and they'll start handing some out.
Give them away for free. We're supposed to be selling them.
They do catch some of the oranges, and each of them takes a very hungry bite. Not even peeling the thing, just like straight to the face, like just ripping the orange apart. Takes a few bites, and
You've got to peel them.
oh, it's quite good. Yes, and the other one in the background, the woman says, "Yeah, this is very nice. Yes, and they just start munching down these oranges as if they hadn't eaten in days." Nakri takes hers very delicately and tries to be very proper as she starts to break it apart and peel it. But even as you can see, as she eats it, there's a ravenous kind of hunger about her as she starts to tear into these oranges.
Matthias being very used to hunger and very used to not having any food. He will start handing food out.
Oh, so,
I kind of give like a knowing glance to Nekri.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, right, old traditions can be a bitch, can't they?
I would agree with this. Yes.
And I like when I say that, I kind of look back at like the girl behind her.
She doesn't seem to do anything, but
I don't. I mean, like I don't say anything, but it's just like
no, that's good. They take the oranges. They start stuffing their pockets with them. You now have kind of ruined half a crate of oranges by giving away, 3 or 4 to each of them. You said that.
Oh, I get it.
You
Yeah,
said
what? I don't understand.
we can get more of these not far from here. They would be free.
there's a
And it looks like we're going to have to get back and restock anyway.
No, I'm sure it'll be fine. We can keep going. He doesn't know how many we have to sell. It's fine. There's a skeleton man up the road. Don't be alarmed. He's not going to attack you. He's real nice.
Did you say a skeleton man?
Yes.
Yes, he is a skeleton.
And
He's a nice guy.
Bobby.
He's growing oranges?
And watermelons.
Huh.
Flowers.
Surface world is new adventures every single day. I am
I have
quite.
no idea.
Well,
Please don't hurt him. He's looking after my baby.
You are a father.
Yeah, my baby basilisk.
A baby what? There is a skeleton Zaunder. You would send me to a skeleton man and a basilisk. This is where I should find my food?
Yes, it's fine. I've questioned it endlessly and never found a satisfactory answer, but it's fine.
There's also a skeleton dog, just so you're not thrown off guard.
Well, of course, yes. With the point at which you have a basilisk, you might as well have a skeleton dog too. I suppose that he's also growing beautiful flowers in the background too. Yes,
I did say flowers.
Okay.
yeah, of course.
Begonias, I think.
Scarlet begonias.
Scarlet begonias.
Great.
Yeah, he tried to make a move on me with a bouquet of them.
Oh, he did.
He did do that.
Oh, I missed that one.
My. Well, the adventure continues, I see. Has everyone had their fill? And you see some, shakes of heads. Very well. Natalie, can you please lead the way? And that girl that she was looking at sort of moves off and to the direction that you've indicated here, back down the trail and through the woods. Zaunder Dravain, I do wish you the best, and I hope that whatever the matron wishes, you are in her good graces from now on. I wish I could be of more help.
I do not understand you, but I appreciate your well wishes. How long have you been on the surface?
Oh, well, it's been... the calendars are different with the sun cycles and all this. I imagine it's been a month or so, maybe more.
Well, they are all this strange. You are not ready.
I have been sticking to the forest for most part, but I do hope that if I can lose the trail of these reclaimers, perhaps I will be able to, find my own way.
You can go your own way.
I wish you good luck.
Go your own way.
Thank you, Zaunder Dravain. I have found these of some use. I do think that they may be helpful to you. And at this point, she takes this thing off of her neck and unties it and hands you a really interesting sort of pair of goggles. And you now can have these.
Oh.
Nice.
Whoa. Do they give him fish eyes?
Now.
Heckin' nice.
Are they sunglasses?
Gwenny is quite talented in leatherworking and had a few of these made. I had a pair that I can use later, but I found that it helps with this surface area. It makes it not so awful to be in all the time. And I'll now let you see the notes on this as you kind of peer through and look through it.
They're literally shades.
Yeah. Shade goggles. While worn, if the light surrounding the wearer is considered bright or sunlight, the light is now considered dim light for a range of up to 60 feet. The wearer has disadvantage on investigation checks while this setting is in effect. And the item does not affect magical sources of light. And so any light source that's magical, it does not able to shade. But sunlight or bright light, it is able to turn to dim light.
Up to a range of 60 feet. All right. Excellent.
Medieval sunglasses.
I have done nothing to warrant this gift. Thank you.
Well, I always did like the runts of the colony. And then she walks away.
He turns to the others. Pay no attention to what she said. I am, as I've always told you, an elite and respected member of the colony.
Oh.
Well, she said you were a runt and a loser, though.
I heard fuck
He did
up.
not say that I was a loser.
Shall I put my shackles back on?
You don't have to pretend to be something you're not with us. We all know that you're a fuck up and a runt.
And we still love you for it.
I
Well,
mean, I wouldn't call him a runt because he's the second tallest person here. Oh.
Oh, no,
I'm
thank you.
very tall
Yes.
for a halfling. Thank you very much.
Actually, how tall
Yeah.
is Neriad?
It's a good question. I don't. Oh, I'm hunched over mostly. I don't really know how tall I am.
Great.
With my back hunch, I'm probably 7 foot.
And like 5'10". Sorry.
Yeah.
Average human height.
So they make their way through the woods in the direction that you pointed them toward, and you are now down half a crate of oranges, so 3.5 crates of oranges, as well as 2 crates of watermelons. And the ox pushes its way forward along the road. It is getting a little darker now. Last bits of sunlight heading and fading away as you make your last jaunt through the road. And you can basically decide at this point to camp outside for the evening and then go to the Southern Outpost in the morning. It's not too far away from here. Or you can push through the night and go ahead and try to get there in the middle of the night. What would you like to do?
Sleep.
I want to
Wait.
push through.
We could push forward if you like.
You just said that because I said I wanted to go to bed.
No.
Not really that tired yet. I'd be fine going on.
It's fine. I'm not at full health, but it's fine.
I'm not tired at all. I've obviously been on Meena's shoulders.
Great, fuck
the
me,
whole
I guess.
Gwen, you could sleep in the cart if you like.
I don't need to sleep in the cart.
Yes, sleep in the cart, Gwen.
I know Bessie is
I
fine.
could probably hold you like a baby if you wanted.
Please
She could hold
don't.
you like a baby, Gwen.
Please don't touch me.
You could do that.
Why don't you sleep while she carries you, Gwen? Maybe she'll sing you a lullaby.
Oh, I
Zaunder,
know some really good ones.
are you looking to get punched in the face? Because this is how you get punched in the face.
You could sing me a lullaby. I'll climb up.
You wouldn't dare.
Oh, you don't think I would?
I'll nuzzle into her arms like a baby.
Meanwhile, there's this going on. Meanwhile, Meena's just like cradling Matthias.
And that's how her character art was really born.
And I'm going to have a sleep.
It looks like she's bending down looking at this rat, but really she's just staring at Matthias. It's like, look at how cute he is.
All right, so the cart continues to push forward through the night. Gwen is sleepily maybe walking near it. You do at some point hear the whack, 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 kind of waking up of the of feathers in your cape there. It like pops out and wants to walk around, stretches wings and stuff.
All right.
You have to be careful because it does bump into basically everything in the road, not being able to see.
Should make a leash for you, Feathers.
Started fluttering around. But as the night kind of comes, and some of you, that's pretty hard to see. Are you lighting up any torches? Are you staying quiet? How are you making that last travel?
I'm literally asleep in her arms.
Okay. Yep.
They can light up whatever they want. Zaunder is gonna stay ahead. He could, I guess, he could use like dancing lights to try and help guide them.
Yeah, I'm going to cast light. Can I cast light on the cart?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. this illuminating cart for all the bandits on the road to
Oh
definitely
yeah, fuck them.
to see and come
That's
through.
beautiful, Finnegan.
Yeah. It is a fairly cloudy night, so there's
Nice.
not a ton of visual. The moon is pretty obscured in the sky. You don't see many stars. Doesn't feel like it's going to storm at all, though, but gets a little cooler around the sort of perfect, maybe 60 degrees or so. A little bit chill, but not cold as you march through the rest of the road. It is paved, so it's a nice, easy way to find it through. Zaunder, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Sure. Oh, I bounced off something. Okay, looks like a 9 overall.
9 on your perception check. Okay, so we're going to kind of say that you are just going to use this map once again. You are probably, 20 or 30 feet ahead of everybody else? Is that what you want to be?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, sounds great. So as you're walking towards the at the end of the road, the trees finally kind of open up, and you see these large, probably 25-foot high walls made of stone towering above you as you almost run smack into one of them as you hit this big barrier outside of what you imagine to be the Southern Outpost. But just as you do that, and just as you're sort of peeking around the corner, an bolt from a crossbolt zooms and hits the ground right in front of your feet.
Zaunder immediately draws his crossbow and tries to look for where it came from.
Yeah, go ahead. So your perception check was pretty low there. It certainly came from above you. And at this point, you do, as you try to slink away, hear a voice that sort of yells out, "No further, no further. Southern Outpost is closed."
What?
How do you close a city?
Why is it closed, and why are you shooting on sight?
Are people sick or something?
No, there's nothing to see here. It's closed. That's all you need to know.
Why?
Because I said so. Another crossbow bolt zoom hits the ground right in front of you, Gwen.
I should put a bolt between your eyes for daring to attack me, swine.
I step on the bolt and crush it.
Oh, no.
That's not going to be good enough. Why can't we come in?
The Southern Outpost is under new management, and it is closed.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. We're just going to camp out here for right now.
Hey, be on your way, away from here, at least 200 feet away.
What? It's a bit unreasonable.
No, it's reasonable. It is reason.
You can't just... we're out of the Southern Outpost. Can't you just guard us while we camp out here? We want to go inside.
All right. Just stay there a moment, stay. And you see a shadowy figure from above you on this wall kind of march away. I can't quite get many details from him. Goes away for like a minute or two and comes back. "We are sending someone out. Do not move and do not touch your weapons. Everyone's hands in the air."
It's the second time I've had to do this.
At this point,
I'm going to try and hide, I'm going to try and conceal my one of my hand crossbows, like in my sleeve or something.
Okay. Yep. You're trying to make that concealed. They're not watching you directly as this kind of happens, but you do hear this sort of clinking, and you guys are a little more over in this area, probably coming off the road. You do hear the slight little crick of a gate raising from this large gated front entrance to the Southern Outpost that you kind of walked up on the L of which is happening there. It rises not all the way up. It goes like probably 2 or 3 feet off the ground, and you see like 3 or 4 figures duck beneath it and kind of come through, and then suddenly and the Southern Outpost gate closes to the ground itself. As they come around the corner, those of you with low light vision or dim light vision, are you all doing what Finnegan's doing or anything?
Well, the cart is lit up.
The cart is lit, yes, so there's a nice light around you. I have
my arms crossed.
Okay.
Which, also, there are definitely knives in my sleeves.
Great.
They're very flowy, though, so you can't really tell.
Yeah. Meena, what were you going to say?
Do you think that they're going to be afraid of me? Should I change?
No, Meena, you're fine.
Oh, never change, Meena.
Should I roll anything to hide my hand crossbow, by the way?
Yes, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
All right. 24.
24. Yeah, you think you have plenty of time to do it, and so yeah, absolutely, it was not too hard to do. So it's tucked in sort of under your arm and in your robe there, and you think that in a quick move you could probably get to it very quickly.
Yeah.
My arm's getting tired. Please hurry up walking.
So they take their time and they're just moseying along very slowly towards you. No, they start to march very formally, kind of flank around the positions. Dark silhouetted by the light, but as they approach to get right at that barrier of where your magical light source is coming from, Finn, they kind of halt and stop and back up. And you see some like shadows of dark skin kind of appear around it, but then they back away from it for just a second. Turn that thing off now, please.
I have to touch it. Is that fine?
Sure.
Are you sure? You told me to put my hands up, and now you want me to touch it?
The cart and then turn off the thing.
Technically, the cart could be a weapon as well in a siege. You're being a bit wordy with
now, or I will put this bolt through your throat.
Are you sure? It doesn't look like you can see me if you tried.
Disadvantage attack roll made it fin again. A bolt flies way past your head into the distance. I warned you. Turn the light off.
Oh my gut! All right, fine. You win.
Oh my god.
I'll walk over, and I don't need to be next to it.
No, you don't.
I'll just touch the cart and place a hand on it. Oh, my arms are killing me.
Do you turn the light off as well, or?
Yeah, turn the light off.
You're the only one that put these hands up.
Darkness around you now, and as the figures start to approach a little bit more closely, when they get within very close range, for those of you without dark vision, you do finally see once again dark-skinned, skinny, elven figures flocking around you. Except this time, they're all wearing kind of rags. They're not wearing very nice clothes whatsoever. They're dressed kind of as if they scrounged together some fake outfits. Ill-fitting clothing. Some of it doesn't fit any of them whatsoever, and they are malnourished. They don't look particularly healthy, and as they flock around you, they say, "Right, okay. Look, if you're gonna stay out here, you might as well come in. But I need to know your purpose for being here. This is a delicate situation."
We have business with somebody inside the walls.
Are we supposed to pretend that Zaunder's our leader again now?
No.
No. Well, we kind of ditched that one.
Zaunder? Zaunder, I know this name. Zaunder?
Who is this?
Yes. Apparently all you Drow know each other. Now, can we just go into the city, please?
Zaunder, you keep checks on them, all right? And you can't quite, a familiar face, but not one that you're immediately aware of who this is. Okay, I'll bring you in to see him. And you sort of are brought through the gates, start to raise up again, and all of you are marched into the Southern Outpost, which you now see has a little bit of dim light around the areas as part of this map starts to illuminate itself. There are some tents over to the western wall. There is a forge with a little bit of light coming out of it on the on the eastern wall. There is a sparring ground here right when you walk in, and a very large cross-shaped building in the middle, which is where these dark elves are marching you toward. Stay out here for a moment. I must check in first, okay? And then there's like 4 of them flank you with their weapons still pointed at you as the leader, the guy that fired at you for the first time, runs into the building quickly.
Are we there yet?
Oh, friends of yours, Zaunder, again? Or non-friends?
I
just need to know how to approach the situation.
Like I said, everyone from the colony respects me.
No, don't lie.
I'm sure I can get us out of this.
All right, I'll trust you.
So what exactly do slaves do? If we need to pretend that we're slaves again, I need to know what I'm supposed to do.
Slavery is much like friends, but unwillingly.
It's actually... Meena, have you ever had a job or worked for anyone?
Oh, I mean, there were lots of jobs to do at home.
Right, and you did that as a community because you chose to do that, right?
Most of the time, yeah.
So slavery is when you normally you take someone and you force them to do work for you, and you're not very nice to them either.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess if I have to pretend to be a slave, Zaunder, just tell me what to do and I'll try to do it.
As you say that,
Yes.
Meena, you hear some chuckles around you from the people aiming their bows at you.
Oh, should have been quiet with that conversation, probably.
I forget that sometimes people listen.
Don't you worry. You don't know what a slave is. You've had to find out.
That's cute.
Oh, should
Oh,
I
I
put
think
my
not.
manacles back on?
You're cute.
What? No, don't do that.
Don't fucking come near me. I'll slit your throat.
We'll see. We'll see what Savik has to say.
Sack.
At this point, the figure emerges back out from the gates and says, yeah, okay, I'll see you now. And pulls you guys in, and I'll bring you to the inner map here.
So many maps.
I know. And all this
Jack
prep
just
for
really
last
funny.
week,
He just wants
too.
to he just wants to show them off.
I'm getting stressed.
So you were let in by this figure and into the, and I hope the lighting and stuff is working. And so
It
I'll
is.
put Neriad here in the back, Zaunder in the front with Meena and Matthias there, Gwen and Finn
I'm still in Mina's arms.
here. Right there, Proton and Neriad in the back. And you were led into the main entrance, which guides you through a small hallway and into this particular area with military-esque walls covered in weapons and plaques and accoutrements. There are 3 big tables in the middle, each with just a candle light kind of flickering around. It's quite hard to see in here. They seem to very purposefully keep it dark. There are 2 figures sitting up on a dais that is at the middle of the room in sort of a throne-like kind of chair. A couple figures in the back that are a little hard to see from here, some side doors and things, and you're sort of ushered in forward. And suddenly you hear from the dais a voice emerge. Well, well, well. If it isn't the little fire urchin returned. Zaunder Dravain, if I never.
Is it who I think it is?
It is exactly who you think it is.
Savik.
Well, well, well. Zaunder, I see you've come to our new little community here. How goes it, buddy?
It goes very well. As you can see, I've found these slaves for myself.
Oh, we are doing that.
Wow, wow, wow. Didn't think you had it in you, you know? Little run of the pack.
I am tired of hearing that.
Don't you worry, buddy. It's a new day and age here. Welcome. Come in. Have a seat. And so suddenly some of the NPC Drow will move aside from the tables where they're sitting.
Out of the way
offer you
extras.
all, yep, out of the way extras. And they will offer you all this table here to have a seat on these. I didn't mean to move you. on
I'm
the
good,
benches.
thanks. I'm good.
Are these pillar things?
Oh, my legs are killing
They
me.
are,
Okay,
yes,
pillars.
they're 4 pillars in the room as well. Yes.
Why are there so many from our colony on the surface?
That's the question of the day, isn't it? Well, turns out we don't work for Avrin no more. Yeah, got tired of that business. Decided to move out on our own, take things a little more seriously.
What are you talking about?
Oh, Zaunder. Actually, we have you to thank for all this. When you accidentally pushed that slave down that hole and killed him, we thought, wow, what if we're next? What if the men of the colony have to suffer and the same way the slaves do when they all die out? So we decided to take matter in our own hands. A little earthquake and a little secret passage later, now we run our own thing here at the Southern Outpost.
Mina's gonna take Matthias from her arms and put him up on her shoulder, so that way he's got a better vantage point if we need to.
Okay. It was kind of comfy there. I'll climb up onto her shoulders then.
How did you know to plan for the earthquake? Or was it just opportunism?
Opportunity strikes. We took advantage of it. Yeah, that's basically it. We call this now property of the Society Against Drow Abuse Secret Service.
We're selling fruit.
That's a long name. We are selling fruit.
Would you like to buy some fruit?
What's a fruit?
It's
I'm
food.
not going to buy any fruit.
An exquisite food.
They have us
High price.
outnumbered.
Have you got
Sure.
something in your eye again?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about all that. Well, I'm more interested in what these slaves have here. You know, we could use some extra help. Got a little help from our buddy Brayon back here, huh? And he turns back and look, and you see as you get closer, there's a dwarven figure, manacles across his hands, sort of standing in next to the slightly moving fireplace in the background, and he just sort of like holds his head down and shakes his head a little bit.
I've got some of them. I'll put my manacles on as well.
Help with what, Savik? What do you need all these slaves for?
Why building our own life here, you see?
I can see it's going well from the rags you're dressed in.
Ah, well, one step at a time. First, we had to, infiltrate and take over a military base. Have you done that, Zaunder? Don't think so. I have. At this point, you notice another familiar figure right next to him kind of going,
Oh, no.
Well, Zaunder, did you come to join us, or you just here to, drop off the slaves and get moseying on back to Averin?
So when's the food? I'm sitting at this table alone.
You're
I'm
not taking
sitting on
these
one of the
slaves.
benches, so I'm eye level with everyone.
He sort of looks around and like peers at you. Zaunder, you don't seem to have very good control over these slaves of yours.
You're not taking them. They're mine.
Right. We'll see about that. Yeah, I think that we might have to come to some kind of compromise here because I am looking for a little more help to keep this place nice and tidy.
Oh, well,
Things.
I know where you can find more slaves.
Where's that?
Up your arse.
You were right, Savik. This is a new day and age. I'm not going to do what you tell me anymore.
Oh, little Zaunder. Look, I'm not trying to be aggressive here. I just thought you brought some slaves, and I thought, hey, I'm looking for slaves. You have slaves. Why not give them to me instead of Averin?
No.
I'm not really a fan of you calling our friend Zaunder here a runt anymore. I'm going to stand up on the bench next to Gwen.
Easy does it there. Easy, little one. Calm down.
What'd you just call me?
Little one is what he said. As the figure next.
Oh, sorry, hold on. I can't really see you. Hold on. Can I cast light on something on the table?
Yes. This is
The
amazing.
moment that you start to move your hands and make the sort of components for light occur, two of the drow immediately stand up from the tables around you, and they march towards you and try to hold your hands and stop you from casting the spell. So I'm going to call that let's call it a dexterity saving throw to see whether or not they can restrict your components.
While that's going on, obviously I'm on Meena's shoulders. Can I stealth down off her back?
You could try, yeah. Make it with disadvantage this time, your stealth check.
That's a 12.
12
Rolled.
total, let's see.
14 and a
dexterity saving
13.
check.
As you sort of try to bring your hands together to do that quick little flourish, two drow do clasp your wrists very tightly, and you are unable to finish casting the spell.
That's a 21 stealth. I rolled a 13. and a 14.
21 stealth. As you try to move off of her shoulder, another two drow run forward and sort of flank the side here as they sort of stare at you. You are behind her. You are sort of obscured, but you're not convinced that you're hidden.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up and step on top of one of the tables.
Jesus. Oh my god, you must be 10 feet tall.
She's watching us do it, so I guess it makes sense.
Did someone say something about little ones?
You are indeed not a little one. I feel like we're getting a little out of hand here. Let me just rephrase, okay? Look, we're tired of being oppressed by all the women in the colony, so we decided to make our own place. Don't know why you wouldn't be on with that, Zaunder. You were oppressed more than anybody else, little fire urchin. So can't we just all understand?
Stop calling me a fire urchin.
Well, I'm sorry, Zaunder.
What's a fire urchin?
Am I correct in assuming that it's related to the incident with
It is indeed, yes.
Yeah. It's not important.
Is it like when people call me a rodent?
He doesn't like to talk about it.
Shut up, Nidrel.
Oh, Zaunder, you got a tongue on you now, don't you?
He's a mighty warrior.
I have a lot more than that. And then he'll take out the hand crossbow and point it.
All right. I can see that we're all going to have a dick measuring contest here. I really don't want to end your life here, Zaunder. I'd much rather have you in our ranks. You know, you even could be maybe sitting next to me here in the slightly smaller chair, of course. But hey, if you want to fight this out, we can do that.
Is he telling the truth?
Make an insight check.
Is he one lie boy? Insight. Wait, what number is that? That's 12. 19.
19 on the insight. Yeah, he is never ever going to give Zaunder any power.
Zaunder, you're too good for this, right? Come on.
He looks stunned that Gwen would say that he's too good for anything, but he'll glance back at Savick. You just want me up there so you can keep humiliating me, right?
Yeah, you are a nice little punching bag, I will admit, but I could use some advice, to be honest with you. I'll give you one thing. You were always a little smarter than I was. How do you run a military fort? I don't know. I've just been kind of winging it.
All right. Well, let's see how... I'm sorry. You go ahead.
Sorry, that was my...
Oh, all right.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to know how many of them were in here with us.
That's a good question. That's a very
You can currently see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4.
Fucking murder them off so ready.
You see 9. You see 9 of them in the room with you right now. You saw as you were walking in at least 3 more outside that were guarding you, and then there is this person in the background in chains, and then the 2 non-NPC or non-extra characters up here on the actual dais itself.
So like 17.
Right.
Yeah, that's probably the minimum number that you would see. Yeah.
Oh, he faced worse.
Right. So Zaunder, pointing the hand crossbow at him still, is going to say, "All right, then let's see how smart you really are. Let us all go, and you won't catch a crossbow bolt in the neck, you rancid piece of drider bait."
Zaunder. I'm impressed. You've grown some cojones since I last saw you.
I've never been so
my. Zaunder, I just don't get it. Isn't this what you'd want? Power? Equality? Except for the slaves.
Zaunder, he doesn't want to give that to you. He's lying to you.
I know. He's done it before.
We all can change, right, Zaunder? You could grow up, be a real man. I could be awesome, even more awesome than I already am.
Can I...
Don't think
Sorry, can I stealthily cast light?
Do it.
Behind Meena. Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Well, Meena put me down. Obviously, I climbed off of Meena's back, and she went over to the table, so I'm over by Neriad at the moment. But
is there a verbal component to that as well, or is it just...
Yes, it is verbal and somatic.
Yeah, okay. It'll be very obvious. It's hard to stealth that part of the spell, but you can certainly do it.
Doing this.
Yeah, I'll do it quickly.
Okay. As you start to mutter in the background, a couple of these other drow or flanking start to rush towards you, but they cannot get to you in time as a big light bursts. Where do you cast it?
I cast it on... there's a stool not right next to me, isn't there?
Yep.
Oh, no, I've still got Neriad's copper piece. I cast it on that.
Okay.
It's a flashbang.
Are you just holding it in your hand? Or...
I couldn't see anything in here, and I throw it into the middle of the table where Meena is. And
I catch it and I hold it high.
Yeah, very high in the room in a 60. Is it 60-foot radius?
Yeah, it's 60.
Let me see if I can find my shape here. A giant burst of warm light emerges around, and almost every drow in the room sort of reels back from this bright light in the area,
20-foot radius.
Zaunder, if you're not wearing those.
You know what? I will quickly put the goggles on from.
Okay, yeah, that sort of takes a moment
light,
here.
it doesn't matter.
To stash in your goggles on. Yeah, that's true. This is a magical source of light, so it doesn't particularly help you in this moment.
True.
But the entire room here,
it's only 20 foot, and then 20 more
20 by 20.
Dim. Yeah.
Okay.
But if it was already dim light, would that make it bright again? Who knows?
No.
Nope, that's
It's
not
20 foot bright light, 20, and then another further 20 foot dim.
Dim.
Yeah,
But
so
dim
here
stacked. It's like multiplication, isn't it? Like make it
is
bright.
what we're looking at in terms
That
of
checks out. That seems like that's how that
has,
works.
light in it here. Yeah, basically that. So those 4 Drow and the one that's sort of sitting at the table all reel back, and you see Savik and oh god, what's his name? Neriad? Not Neriad.
Nidrel.
Nidrel, yes. Savik and Nidrel both sort of like prep themselves and sort of try to peer through, dealing with the dim light. Turn that off now. Or this.
Oh, what? Just a little bit of light hurt you, just a little bit.
That's enough of that.
I thought you were some big, strong leader man who took over a military fort.
Yes, well, I'm stronger in the dark than the light. I think that's a more badass thing to be anyway. Turn it off.
That's so badass if everybody else is stronger in the light. I feel very strong right now.
Can I have, as a bonus action,
you kind of just look like a weak little squiggly thing sitting up there on a throne.
That's enough of you all. Take them out. Kill them right now. Kill them. And right when this feels like it's all going to break out, suddenly there's a person from the back of the room that bursts in and starts screaming, help, 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 please, help. Oh my, help me. And then as you turn around, Zaunder, your final little reveal here, a final person, as everyone's drawing their weapons and getting ready to battle.
Someone else is Zaunder? No.
Another person.
This is Zaunder's backstory, TM.
Yeah.
Bursts forth, and you see the familiar face of Theodore.
I thought I was about to say, yep.
Marching in, screaming and yelling, "Oh God, no! Please turn that off! Gosh, oh, it's happening again! That those stupid sounds are coming from the thing outside! Please, please!" Some of the Drow like shield their stuff and start to look at Savik, and he could barely see. That's enough. Just deal with it, all right, Theodore. God, that's the one job I gave you. No, you don't understand. It's so loud and it's shaking. You must help me, please. Please.
What is going on here? What are you talking about?
Who is that? I don't know. Just someone come outside. Hurry. It's going to get us. And he rushes back out the door away from the situation here. What do you guys?
Anything to get the fuck out of this room. Let's go.
Yep, running for it.
All right, y'all start to make your break for it through the light that they can't see very well. You have a nice little escape opportunity. You don't even start to see many of them pursue you. They all seem to be sort of reeling in the light that they're dealing with around it. And you hear Savik yell out the last thing that you leave the room. Zaunder, you deal with it, all right? We'll deal with this later. Just get rid of it, okay? And that's the last that you see of this area for now.
Fuck you!
As I'm running out, I'm going to drop the coin on the ground.
Oh, very nice. Yes.
Nice.
So they're all trying to
last for an hour. Fuck those guys.
You don't necessarily get to see this, but you can imagine a bunch of Drow like bumping into each other clumsily as they're trying to find this little coin on the ground that's sitting on this
my mage hands picked it up, and it's like, when you try to tease someone, like try to put it in their hand and they take it away again.
Awesome. So Theodore runs past the gate again, at the gate being open that he had recently come in through. It ducks around the outside of the Southern Outpost and starts to run out of the entire fort itself around the corner. What are you all doing?
I'm following Zaunder, I guess.
Zaunder's going to follow Theodore.
That's the entire fucking reason we were here. And he's in that room.
Yeah, we'll kill them later.
So Zaunder's following Theodore, Thin's following Zaunder. What's everybody else doing?
Guess
Neriad
I'm behind Thin.
Oh God, running fast as he can do it.
Yeah, I'll jump on Meena's shoulders.
I'm following Zaunder because I'm supposed to be pretending to be a slave right now.
Okay, very good. Gwen, rebellious Gwen, you going along with it?
Wow.
Because Finn is, maybe.
Yeah, I'm following Finn.
All right, you all start darting through. You get out of the Southern Outpost. You duck around the corner and start to head north. The area on this side, as you may have seen in the original map, sort of the hint there, it is not nearly as lush and beautiful as that side of the fertile skirt that you came from is. The other side that you guys are now marching through is cracked and dead. And you see so many branches of old trees uprooted by the cracks in the ground. You see that the entire area seems to have almost no alive plant life as far as you can see northward. And as you make your way around the corner, you do see off in the distance a cemetery that is connected to the back of the Southern Outpost here. You make your way around the corner with Theodore marching forward, jumping over the cracks as necessary, and he leads you right up into this area. You see a number of tombs, many of which have been cracked apart because of the recent earthquake, you imagine, in the area. And he seems to be darting as fast as his... Oop, I forgot to put him on this map. Let me find him. He seems to be darting towards this large mausoleum that happens to be over here in the north western corner. Here, they're banging and they're hitting it. Please, I don't know what to do. They're gonna get through.
What are they?
I don't know. They're loud and they're scary.
Did you try talking to them?
Fucking helpful.
What? They're growling there, and as you all kind of, I don't know if you're marching towards it or not, but anyone that gets closer can kind of hear these low sort of as the door starts to shake.
Casting light again.
Where?
I will cast it on my blowgun pipe thing.
Okay, so you have this like
Strapped to my
incredibly
back.
luminous, bright blowgun emitting light all around you as you move across the graveyard, jumping over some knocked over tombstones and some cracked ground, and make your way to the mausoleum. As you can see, the stone doors of this particular building shaking and dust flying off of them.
Is there more drow in there?
No. It was making strange noises for the past week. We just boarded it up, and the boards are, and you can see like boards like ripping apart and tearing off. I don't know what to do. What do we do?
Zaunder,
Quit
could be
being
more
so
rats.
spineless. We should fight.
What is it? Maybe it's just something that's hungry. If it's an animal and it's boarded in there, it's probably really hungry. We should
What if
try
we're
to talk
food?
to it.
Shall I go get some fruit?
No,
I don't
we've wasted enough of the fruit.
I'm going to slink off into the darkness and hide.
Why is this
Where's
our
your shaking?
problem? Why don't we just find a way to get Brayon out of there, and then move on from there? This is their problem. This is their city now.
Well, the problem is it wasn't their city to take in the first place.
These are my
Sure, but how
people.
do you think any cities are founded?
They're made. Go ahead.
Necessarily.
20 stealth, Zach.
20 stealth. Yep, you can
Don't
duck
let
behind
Matthias
that.
go.
There's a large statue here of Lythander in the middle of
Fucking
the
gone.
cemetery, as well as any of these like tombstones. You can find a nice place to hide for stealth there.
Is there anything we could try and bar the door with more?
There are broken boards that they've been trying to board it up with themselves. There's a couple trees here. There's this large statue that is definitely anchored to the ground in some way. There's a lot of loose granite in some of these tombs that have been shaken and broken and knocked over.
Oh, stand back. To walk up to this other drow. Thaden?
Yep, Thaedor.
Thaedor? Write that down real quick. Kind of walk up and maybe get them away from the door.
Sure, yeah, he's not going to resist. I just, please, I don't know how to stop it anymore.
All right. Let's just suss out what it is. Take out my mace
Mm-hmm.
and I'll cast light on it as like a torch.
Yep, perfect.
And you said there was boards. Are there like ways to peek in?
The doors themselves have been like completely boarded shut.
The
They're
doors
still,
themselves have been boarded.
yeah, they've been like locked up and boarded shut. So you don't, but you can see every now and then this like it's sort of rattling against the boards themselves. Something's pushing and trying to get out.
Okay.
Are there any windows around or anything like that? Or
I don't
just
imagine
that
so.
one door?
This particular mausoleum that doesn't seem to have any windows or anything to it. No.
Well, how would you feel if something trapped you underneath the ground? We were there for a little bit. Zaunder, that was you for like 2 weeks.
Yes, I don't think I was undead, which I'm assuming these are.
They're not.
They're not?
What if they're not?
Oh. Well,
What if it's just something that's hungry?
Yeah, I mean, let's just see.
the undead are hungry.
I'm gonna try and open up some of the. I'm gonna peel back one of the planks.
Last time
All
you tried
right.
to pull open a board off of something, it went so well.
Oh,
Well,
As you try to peel open one of the parts of the door, pooh, in a big burst of cold, musty air skirts forth, and this you hear all these noises and the clanking of bones, and you do indeed see skeletons and zombies begin to pile, tear their way out of the mausoleum. And
I've been wrong before. It's
I'm going
right now
to
as well.
need some initiative rolls.
Ah,
I
motherfucker.
don't think it's a hungry animal, guys.
I wanted to rest.
I tried to tell all of you.
I tried to give you a chance to do it.
Oh, we'll be fine.
Are we? We're doing initiative on roll 20, aren't we?
Yes.
Yes.
Click on
Roll
your token
20
and click
and
on
the
it.
D&D Beyond token, please. Yes.
Yeah. Let me.
This group. Ooh,
Make sure
they
to
rolled
click
a
it.
read.
Why do I always roll like shit for initiative?
Where is my token?
You have +4 too.
I know.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
It's all right. You're better than I am, so that's.
It's not saying much.
There we go.
My
All right, so everybody,
wrong.
that's Matthias, Finn, Gwen, Meena.
Someone's got to roll for Neriad.
Wait, is my token not on there? Okay, I need to drag it on there.
No, it is.
The bottom
Oh,
right.
it
It's
is.
the bottom right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You got 2 of them on there on my screen.
Yep. Sorry.
All right, and then you did try to move him back.
Oh, yeah, there are
so you
2.
moved over here. Finn, you're up close. The rest
Mm-hmm.
of you in your positions, and I'll roll for him as well. Got this. Okay, is everybody on there now?
Yep. All right. Select it. And
Yep. How are we doing Neriad?
Oh, right, Neriad. That's a thing. I will roll for him.
Is or one of us controlling them?
I will control him on his turn. I think that'll be a little bit easier, but I do need to click him,
Okay.
add to turn order, and he got an 8. Okay, all right. So it is now first to act, I believe, is Matthias. Matthias, as the doors burst open, you see these rotting pieces of flesh and skulls. Many of them wearing like makeshift versions of armor and weapons, funny enough, are clattering through, falling down on the ground and looking for a target. What do you do?
I will throw a dart at one from my location. I don't know. Do I know anything about undead? Are they immune to critical hit, sneak attack damage?
Sorry, there's a lot of questions there. Do you know much about undead?
Yeah, are they immune to sneak damage?
These ones are not immune to that. No.
Okay, I will throw a dart at one.
Okay. Which one do you want to target? That you can see these 4 emerging right
The
now.
closest-
Can you not see
closest
through
one
the
to Finn.
dynamic lighting? Actually, need to fix that. Sorry, getting used to the new stuff.
That's okay.
Boop. There we go.
Things
Actually-
aren't immune to sneak attack unless they just aren't.
Too many
But-
systems.
But like the
Yeah.
type of damage you do with that attack potentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Very good. Okay.
I will-
So Matthias, go ahead and pick which one of them you want to target.
The one,
and make your
the one in
attack
front of Finn,
roll. The one in front of Finn. Okay. Go ahead and make that attack.
and that's an advantage. That is a 13 and an 8. So that is with a dart 19.
19 hits. Roll damage.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
4, 5. 5 plus 4, 9 damage.
There we go.
That was like cued. That was awesome.
Okay. What was the damage on that?
9 damage.
9 damage.
9 damage. Very
Near
good.
enough
This one-
minimum.
9 damage there. Okay, yeah. Suddenly your dart streaks through the air right past Finnegan's ear, sinks, and so you see the sort of like skull slime forward, and it falls back for a bit. It stumbles, but it's still pushing through the door. Anything else, Matthias?
Bonus action hide again.
Okay,
Ooh, natural 20, so 28.
very nice. You are very well hidden underneath the beautifully carved statue of Lythander in front of you. But these little fellas got really good initiative rolls. And so this one will reel back up and take a swipe at you, Finnegan. But rolls a 3 on the dice. Am I just never going to roll to hit you guys ever?
We're the untouchables.
Show you. These things are... I'm... Okay, so that one takes a swing and misses. It will try to then hit you. This one to your right will take a swipe at you as well. This one has a lot more flesh around it, and so the first one is more like
gross.
a bone and skeleton. This one is much more zombie-esque, a big sluggy kind of thing. Maybe the corpse is not nearly as old as the others. That is 15 on the dice, so a
Misses.
18 to hit.
Oh, that does hit.
Hits. Okay, you suffer 6 points of we could call that piercing damage as it tries to just take one of its bloody little knuckles and stab you forth in the side.
Ow!
Really, really hard. All right. This one here, it's going to take slow movement to get through its partner. It kind of squeezes by, rambles. It ignores you and stumbles down and sees you, Zaunder.
Can I take an opportunity to?
Yeah, you can.
whack it? Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Mm-hmm.
So whack it with my lit mace.
And it will look straight at you, Zaunder, and it will make an attack with this like makeshift kind of spear that it has in its hand. That's a 9 to hit.
That's my 4th 11 in a row. 15 to hit.
15 hits.
A 9 to hit me?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Did not think so.
Yeah.
That's 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
8 points of bludgeoning damage. Very good.
How many? We've had like 4 initiatives now so far. I've rolled 21 on all of them.
That's bizarre. Get your dice checked.
All right.
Roll 20.
And then finally, this one here tries to move past its friends. You've already taken your opportunity attack. It's half speed there, so it can get up to here, and then they'll move right towards you, Meena. And this one will take out 2 sort of mangy claws and just try to rake across your face. Ooh, nice. It's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, you suffer 6 points of slashing damage as these claws just rake right across your face. It is nearly as tall as you are. This particular skeletal zombie-esque figure rakes right down across you, and you suffer that damage.
That's a big zombie.
Okay. At this point, Finnegan, you can tell that these are not alone in this particular mausoleum. There are more, and they are coming. You see a couple more figures.
Oh Lord, they coming.
Oh Lord, he's coming.
And
that one is close.
Here. Okay, that is their turn though. They can't get past. Zaunder, you are up.
Right. Zaunder is going to take the heavy crossbow from his back, having swatted that guy away. Oh right. I'll get disadvantage unless I move away from him, won't I?
For the one that's in melee with you, yes.
Okay.
You can shoot it.
Only if I'm attacking him, or
Yeah, you can shoot a different one. I think.
Yeah, you can shoot a different one.
Okay,
You're fine,
excellent.
but you just can't shoot the one next to you. Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Then he will take a crossbow bolt, and it'll start to very lightly glow that like purple glow.
That purple.
He'll take aim at one of the zombies, and then yell, "Finn, get clear!" and then hold his action until Finn gets away. After Finn.
And what is the action that you're holding?
He's going to fire a bursting arrow.
Bursting arrow and aiming at which one? Or what area?
This, let's see, this one over here.
Okay, great. You can just see another figure in the distance. So you lock and load, get that purple spider glowing on the top of your crossbow itself, and you are holding that action.
Actually, you know what? It'll be this one right here. I believe that should catch most of them then, like 5 of them in it.
Got it. Now, if he moves, I want to be clear about this. If he moves on his turn before Finn moves, just in case, would you still want to shoot him, or would you want to shoot the area?
I would still want to shoot the area.
The area. That's what I thought. So I want to just clarify. Okay. It may not get to that. I just wanted to make sure. All right. Anything else, Zaunder?
Nope, just gonna wait.
All right. S.A.D.A.S.S is not, he is a lover, not a fighter, and he sort of like reels away. Oh no, and runs as far back as he can get. Finnegan, you're up.
Turn and see S.A.D.A.S.S running and go, "Don't worry, Saloon stands with us." I'm gonna grab hold of my necklace. I'm gonna cast Turn Undead.
Nice. All right.
On all the ones that I can see.
Yeah, very good. All right. Let me go ahead and link that spell in the chat to make sure I get all the details right.
There you go. They have to be a DC 13.
Okay. So, good God, I have to roll this a lot. Okay. Success. I'm going to go, let me write this in the chat. So I'll do S for success. That's a fail. That's a fail. That's a success. That's a fail. That's a
I'm
fail.
kicking ass, taking names.
That's a success.
Could you do that dance again?
Success.
I'm
What
kicking
happens if you
ass,
put
taking
PF
names.
in chat?
It's what I do when I play games.
That's a success. How many more? So many more. That's a
How
success.
many more?
That's a fail.
If I cast
Go.
What did
Well
you
enough.
cat?
That's a fail.
Turn Undead.
That's a success, and one more.
How many are there?
That's a fail. Okay.
Please, like Finnegan's empty.
So,
Straight
I'm
up.
gonna go through and mark them How does it describe for us
100 in the
how
mausoleum.
this happens while I have all this work to do to flag?
So I
Dude.
grab hold of my necklace that I keep tucked underneath my clothes. You very rarely see unless I cast spells. I grab it, and from it, this energy like spins very anime, like just these wisps of it coalesce in my hand, and I splay it out. And I think these small like crescent moons shoot out to each of them. Yeah, it's very like Sailor Moon.
That's sick.
Okay.
That you're mooning people.
Yeah, I am mooning them. I flash it. I send all of them. Like if they have necks, it like goes towards their necks to sort of like careen them away.
Oh, I forgot to roll one more.
I imagine like Finnegan like a Care Bear.
Is it too late to nope out of this right now?
A beam of light
lot
comes
of
out.
undead.
Okay. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 failures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 failures. And then a bunch of other successes. Okay, so the creature must spend the turn moving as far away from you can. It can't willingly move. I can take reactions. You can do the dash. There's nowhere to move. The creature can use the dodge action. Very good. All right. So suddenly inside of the mausoleum, as you peek by these, the ones that you can see right now actually were unaffected by this beautiful spell that you cast, but the others just start to go into a mad frenzy and start running into each other and slapping together. And they're all trying to run and get out of this thing. You do see a few of them disappear, but you can't tell why they disappear, but you're looking through. Do you not have the thing that actually just kills them outright yet?
No, I
Higher
don't.
levels? Okay, all right.
It's nice to know I get that though. I didn't know that.
There's something about their CR level. You can just make them burst. Oh, wait, I forgot to roll the ones that are actually...
You have to be like level 5 or something like that to do that.
Oh, cool.
They can see or hear you within 30 feet. I actually have 2 more to roll. That one succeeds. That one fails. So this one also is affected by your turn undead spell too.
Yeah. Great. There's way more than I thought there were. I'm sorry.
Very effective. Okay. Anything else on your turn, Finnegan?
Yeah, after casting that, sort of drop my hands and say, they're kind of funny, and I'll move out of the way, because Zaunder asked me to.
Okay.
I'll just like hop off right here.
Yeah. I'm going to give him disadvantage on his opportunity attack because you're jumping down.
Okay.
The worst roll would be a 15 to hit.
That does not hit.
All right, there you go. And so it sort of makes a tries to knock you down.
And that'll trigger my ready to action, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right.
Make that attack roll.
All right. That is, let's see. That's at least, that's like a 24.
24 definitely hits. All right, link that bursting arrow for me there too.
Oh my goodness. Zach has to roll so much. If it's reflex save, I don't know what it is.
Bursting arrow.
Bursting arrow, arcane shot. Options are presented here.
Oh, sorry. That's just okay. That text does not help. Let's see. Sorry, that's the text that Beyond.
It's okay, I can look it up myself.
Beyond gave me. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that.
I have a gist of what it does. I just need to double check something.
Okay, sure. Double check that.
Okay. My internet will behave.
Guys, at least we know how many there are, right?
Gwen, it's going to be your turn after this particular arrow goes off, but I know you may not know exactly what happens. Okay, bursting arrow. Arrow detonates after your attack, and all creatures in Tific may make a hit the creature. The target. Oh, they just take it. They don't even get a save.
Yeah, there's no save. There's no save.
Oh, dear God. Okay, so go. Dear Lord. All right, go ahead and roll damage for the attack.
Okay.
15.
And then
I love breaking Zach's encounters.
2d6 force damage.
Oh, that is 15 damage on the initial attack.
Okay, yeah. So you just pierced straight through this poor little zombie, and it sinks through his body, almost squirting through it, like you hear that kind of like kind of feeling, and it just explodes in the middle of the mausoleum, hitting the vast majority of these hidden creatures that I had.
So if they take damage, they are no longer turned.
That's good to know. Okay.
I wish I wouldn't have told you, but I have to.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
for
think
God's sake, Grendy.
And the rest of them all take 9 force damage.
9 force damage. You. Okay, so that would mean 1, 2. So yeah,
It's the
you
one
hear
I
some
sneaked
rattling
attack with.
noises, and there are some falling sounds as a few of them seem to just immediately fall to the ground, slumped over. But you have dealt damage to tons of them that I'm going to have to figure out as Gwen takes her turn. But it just erupts. Body parts fly everywhere. Giant chasm, slushy, bony, blah happens, and you can't really see most of it. But boy, it's a beautiful thing. You can actually see it. Okay, Gwen, you're up.
What is the little yellow circle on this
That
skeleton?
means it's turned.
Turned.
Oh, okay.
So he's got a little crescent moon on his neck.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
That's what it is.
I still don't know what that means.
He's
What
been
is this one? Oh, let me ping it. Is this one running? What is this one?
That one's attacking Meena right now. It's not turned.
Okay. I want to I like dagger in one hand, whip in the other hand. I go whoosh to that guy right there. I guess I'll step here so it's a clearer shot.
Okay.
But I want to try and hit him with my whip.
Very good. Sneak attack.
Let's fuck that guy. What is my bonus? It's
Little jingle.
thank you. 18 to hit.
18 hits. Roll damage.
That's a D4.
I feel like Gwen listens to Rihanna.
What?
Chains and whips excite me.
Nice. 2 plus 4 is 6 plus sneak attack.
Do
Nice.
whips do damage now in 5th edition?
What?
Do whips do damage in 5th edition then?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
They do great damage.
Yeah.
It's the same as the dagger. Fucking 4 plus 4. 10.
He's super dead.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, very good. So you just decimate with that whip slash. It rips the little whips around the skeleton's head, and you just rip it off its body, and it falls down to the ground, splattering.
And that is it's a weapon attack. So can I unarmed strike the one in front of me? Question mark.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, absolutely.
I just punch him.
Mhm.
I still have my dagger in that hand, but
Yeah.
like,
Yep, you
I
sure
think
can.
the whip attack was against the one Meena's next to, I think.
Oh, this was the whip attack? Okay, sorry.
Mhm.
yeah.
So what was the damage then on that one?
10.
10. Okay, it does indeed kill it. This thing is still alive though. Okay.
And ooh, that's super gonna hit. That's 18 plus something.
Yeah, that hits.
And that is a D4. Nice plus 4. That's 8 damage.
All right, how do you kill this one too?
I just like reach into it and just like pull one of the ribs out. It just like collapses.
Fantastic. Yeah, your hand comes out, dusty and a little bit like gooey as you kind of shake this icky webbing of spinal whatever across it. But yeah, you rip that thing and it just shatters right next to you, Zaunder. You see this whole body kind of collapse to the ground with its whole ribcage done. Neriad would go, okay, Proton, go. And we'll cast as a bonus action Dragon's Breath on Proton, and we'll send Proton up to the stairs where Proton will rear back, and suddenly a big jolt of lightning breath goes right through the rest of the cavern, and you hear another kind of slumping to the ground.
These poor people.
All across the entire thing. And in fact, at this point, I'm just going to pop out of combat. Because you done did it, everybody. Nice job.
Nice.
But I
No
didn't
balanced
get
encounters.
to do anything.
Amina got slapped across the face, and then everything else just like immediately all died. Oh, man. Yeah, I'll say for this, Meena, at this point, like there's just like one little zombie left, and as you all kind of like figure out what the hell that was, you just like see this thing on the ground kind of go, and you could take your staff,
You're like Walking Dead.
crunch it right through the skull.
Oh, that'd be so cool. You just spin
Falls
it.
down to the ground. All right, turn undead, bursting arrow, and dragon's breath. Not the worst combo for taking out a very small room of things. Theodore emerges from near the gate where he was hiding and says, is it over? Is it over?
No thanks to you.
My ears are ringing.
Oh, sorry. Oh, Zaunder, I can recognize you now. I'm glad you came along when you did. I've been warning them about this for the last few days, and no one listens to S.A.D.A.S.S.
Maybe that's because S.A.D.A.S.S is so spineless.
Oh, I suppose I deserve that. It's quite a situation we've got ourselves in here, Zaunder. I'm quite worried.
Well, you're welcome. It's more than you ever did for me, hanging around with Savick.
I suppose that's my fault too. I deserve that.
You know, I was always taught that the Drow were superior to every other race, but the people all around me, they did a lot more than you ever did.
It's an impressive bunch that you have here. Where did you all meet each other?
I don't know. They just...
Here, there, everywhere.
Yeah. Well, we met at our house.
We met at birth.
Oh, yeah, we did, actually.
Well, you know.
How you doing?
That's neither
Finnegan.
here nor there.
Hold my hand out to Gwen. How you doing, Finnegan?
Oh, hi. I'm Gwendolyn. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, now I'm confused.
Don't worry, we are too.
I suppose we should be getting back and letting them know that it's all fine.
Oh, why?
Do you mean that we should go back into that room with all the people that want to kill us right now?
Oh,
I mean, we could kill them first.
Well, why do they need to know that this is fixed?
I'm not listening. I'm not listening. Theodore's not here.
What's in that room? And I walk up and I'm like, kind of start looking around.
Oh, be careful, Gwen.
All right, so you make your way into the mausoleum,
Yeah.
and this is what you see.
Do I die?
You immediately fall over dead.
Oh.
Stand at the door if only Gwen is going in.
Yeah, so we're between two maps right now, but I'll show you this for the fun.
Give me some light.
Oh, all right. I'll walk in and I'll follow with my mace lit up. Just standing at the door. I'm not entering in. But...
Yeah. As you walk in the room, it is a beautifully ornate mausoleum. It has these very intricate matching tombs across the room, some of them in pairs, some of them solo, with plaques above them. But you do notice in the middle of the room an incredibly large chasm where a number of undead from your turn undead spell seem to have fallen into, and you can kind of hear the rattling kind of like as they've fallen down and kind of are down there, can't quite move, can't quite get up.
Oh. Matthias, there might be treasure down here.
Can I grave rob the shit out of this place?
Yes.
You can take a look around. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Nice. I love it when this happens.
What'd you say, Matthias?
I'll say yes, and I'll just appear from your side. I had a 28 stealth check.
14.
I don't know how I get that with like a big bright light on my back.
Fortunately, it appears that the vast majority of the room has been picked clean. You would really expect that a place like this would have a tremendous amount of ceremonial stuff that would be buried with people based on their traditions. But you do not notice. It seems that someone may have been in here beforehand, from what you could tell.
Like some fucking drow already did this. God damn it!
Someone may have picked these poor little tombs quite clean. All of them they're either shattered from the earthquake or they are completely open. Maybe someone pushed them off. Maybe the skeleton pushed its own thing off. What you do notice, Gwen, is that these plaques on the wall all say something very similar. Share this with you.
Ones.
Yes, there's ornate plaques placed across the wall. This seems to be the tomb of the S.A.D.A.S.S family. There's an inscription on every single plaque that says servants of Lathander before birth to after death. And through the course of looking around and catching the names and stuff, you can see the various ages. You can't quite pinpoint which tomb goes with what, and you don't see one for every single tomb, but these are the names that jump out to you. Archibald S.A.D.A.S.S, Daniela S.A.D.A.S.S, it's dated to be about 400 years old. Bertrand and Vincentia seem to be 250 to 300 years ago. And then Amelia and Archibald S.A.D.A.S. II, only just over a century ago.
Matthias, could you go check on Gwen and make sure she doesn't get eaten alive or anything?
Oh, of course, my lord. I'll go forward. And I'm going to search the area for traps and
I kind of like kick the ground and wander back, and I'm like,
anything she's missed.
waste of time.
Yeah. Go ahead and make another investigation check, Matthias.
I'm not going to say anything. I was about to, no. Natural 20, 28.
Hey.
These
New
dice.
dice. New dice.
Yeah, well, you confirm what was unfortunately the truth here is that basically everything's been picked very clean. I will say with a 20 investigation check, you do notice that this particular chasm doesn't seem to go nearly as deep as the other one did. There are some moving zombie-esque creatures down there that fell down or seem to have kind of broken themselves. You find a small scrap of blue velvety cloth that seems to have ripped from something and is attached to like a jagged part of the chasm itself. Sort of sticks out.
Did you find anything?
I'll be like, yes! And I'll hold up the bit of...
Oh. Is that a blanket?
I'll walk over and hand it to him.
How big is it?
It's pretty small. It's you know, about 3 inches wide, 2 inches. Clearly just a ripped swath of
Does it look like it's
cloth.
freshly ripped?
Oh, make a... Let's call that an intelligence check, I guess.
16 plus 4.
Jeez, these dice.
doing
60
well
plus
tonight.
4, 20.
20,
Yeah, you think that it's been... It's not ancient by any means, and it's connected to this chasm, which you can date to the earthquake, potentially. So, freshish. It's basically your best guess.
Does it match any of the corpses in here? Like, so,
There are no corpses in. Well, there's a bunch of dead corpses at
That's
the
what I mean.
sort of entrance of the room and the sloshy things. As you
would
look
there-
around, no,
Would there be any other
they-
way?
they-
Or?
it does not mean to. Yeah, it does not seem to match. I just meant in the tombs themselves. There's no corpses, but no, it does not seem to match anything.
Holding it, I'll turn to the rest of everyone. I'll look to Zaunder. Zaunder, do you recognize this at all? Waving this. You said it was violet.
It's
Fabric?
bluish color.
Bluish fabric.
Mm-hmm.
Something the Drow wear or anything?
You're muted.
You're muted. You're muted, Grendy.
Sorry. Would he recognize it?
You can make a history check.
Oh boy. All right, let's see what we got.
He said you were smarter than the others, so.
Well, I may well be, but that is actually a 19.
19. You're pretty darn sure that you've never seen this before. That's the best that you've got.
Excellent. I'm glad I rolled a 19 on that.
Great time to roll a 19 on that check.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No, I have no idea what that is. Whatever it isn't Drow as far as I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
She also
Meena?
mentioned this room smells terrible, by the way. It's
Ah.
like rotting corpses.
Oh, sorry. So, Meena,
Yes.
do you recognize it at all?
I don't know. Can I see it a little closer?
Oh, sure. I'll come to you, actually. And I come over to you. I'll walk away from this.
At this point, Neriad does to sort of saunter up next to you, Meena, and say, "Oh, let me see."
Don't you need glasses?
Nope, I don't know anything either.
No, when did you ever?
I got an 18.
18. In your time in the Furbolg colony, no. Yeah, this is man-made. It's very well manufactured.
Do I know where it's from?
We'll just go around. Let's go back over there.
No,
Back to the house.
You can identify. Well, you make your roll. You can identify that it's nice. It's very, very nice. That's what you get from it.
Mm,
Let's go around the
It's not a
entire.
piece of fabric, guys. It's not like you just be like, I know exactly where that's from. Like, what
is it like?
birthday napkin that says "Happy Birthday, Smith" from 1976? Yeah, you know exactly where this is.
Is it like nice, like as in like, oh, these are nice clothes that a commoner would have, or is it like fine material?
Fine material.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to turn the light off, obviously, on my blow dart, thinking was a very, very stupid idea.
Okay.
Cast it on just a pebble on the floor, and well, go on then, and I'll tell the mage hand to take the light down into the hole.
Yeah.
Good idea.
The light follows the mage hand. They kind of picking up the pebble into the hole, and you get a sort of view. And there are, again, another, I don't know, you would imagine 35 or 40 skeletal things down there moving. Thankfully, though, the hole is just deep enough that though they're scrounging and grabbing at it and there's loose soil moving every now and then, especially seeing the light moving forward, they seem pretty trapped. And as the mage hand kind of circles through and around them with his pebble in the air, for whatever reason, it doesn't look like it has an exit. It looks a lot more like a pit than it looks like some kind of pathway or secret temple that you saw before.
I kind of feel bad for them.
Yeah, I do too.
Well, meanwhile, Zaunder wants to go interrogate S.A.D.A.S.
Very good. You gonna do it inside the thing or outside?
He'll do it inside. See if the smell unnerves him.
S.A.D.A.S. is still sort of like, I'm not listening. You grab him by the chest and sort of pull him.
He grabs him by the shirt and like shoves his hand crossbow under his chin. Like, you better open your ears.
Oh, okay. Please, no. It's not my type. Please. And you pull him into. I'll have to go grab his token. But you pull him here into the mausoleum with you all. What is it, Zaunder? What do you want? What can I possibly do for you?
I want to know what's been going on here. How did you infiltrate this outpost?
Savik, he had kind of a brilliant idea. He said that we were refugees, that we just needed a place to stay for the night. And during the night when they were all sleeping, we just kind of wrangled them all together, tied them up, made sure the leader was the first to go down. And we didn't hurt anybody. We have them in the prison cells beneath the keep. And we're trying to, break them and get them to do our bidding. But dwarves are a pretty sassy bunch. They don't follow orders very well. Savik's trying.
What bidding? What are you trying to do?
Well, we're trying to set up our own place, Savik says that we've been abused by the women of the colony way too long and that we deserve to have our own thing. And keeps talking about Drow men's rights activism or something. It's all just really interesting.
I'm sure. Are you digging, farming? What could you possibly need?
Well, we just need a place to hide, I guess. They're not going to let us stay out here long, and I'm sure you've seen the kind of things they send after people.
If you're trying to hide, why would you set up in a town?
I'm not the brains of the operation. I think he thought it was so strange that maybe it would be, they'd never look for us in a town.
Really? That's your reasoning.
That's what he said. They haven't found us. It's been like 8 days. Good to go so far.
This is only an outpost, though, isn't it? It's only a small.
Yeah, it's pretty small. It's not an entire city. It's more of a military base, a fort. You would imagine if this place were up and running, fewer than 100 people would probably be who live here.
Why would he bother negotiating with us instead of just slapping us all in chains as soon as we got here? He has us outnumbered. Why are you all just in rags?
Well,
do you have food?
We have some food, yeah, in the storage, and Savik's kind of strange. He makes the dwarf guy be our taste tester. We're not allowed to eat anything until he eats it first because he's afraid they're going to poison us. We've got them in the prison cells kind of working and giving up all their stuff and cooking every now and then. They spit in our food. It's not great, but it's better than the colony, I guess.
How many of you are there here? Weaknesses in your defenses.
What are you planning, Zaunder? That's kind of a strange question.
I don't know. Maybe you just want to get back at him.
Oh, yeah, you guys have quite a history, don't you? Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion, or? I have him grabbed by the shirt with a bow under his chin.
It felt a little more like asking him to me. I think I'm going to stick with persuasion for this one.
Okay.
Doesn't mean you can't try something else later.
All right. That is 14.
14. He sort of looks around at all of you and has seen your ability in battle, and I don't want you to hurt anyone. I'm not a violent person, but there's about 20 of us total, I think, around the area. There's, we've got basically like 60 people in the cells down there.
All right. And we need to free the people in the cells. We can start a slave revolt.
Oh. Yeah, I suppose you could try. He keeps them pretty guarded, though.
What do the rest of you think?
What do you say? I'm outside of the I don't want to smell whatever's inside.
I'm like leaning at the door, just like listening, but not really paying attention. I mean, like I'm paying attention, but not like participating. I'm just like, this is interesting. This is an interesting conversation. Avenues of conversation that are happening right now.
Do you want to destroy the Southern Outpost? Is that what you're asking? Oh,
Well, there's 20 of them here.
well, if you think that's what we should do, all right.
Couldn't we just ask them nicely to go back home?
No. They'll never do that.
Are you sure?
I would want to go back home.
I don't care what you want to do.
Oh, okay.
Well, Zaunder, he wants to go back home, and there's a lot of other Drow here. Like, maybe there's more like him that just want to leave. We can at least offer it to them before we decide to start destroying all of them.
If we make an example of Savik, maybe we can intimidate the rest of them into leaving.
What do you mean example? But really?
Zaunder, you're scaring me a little bit. I don't think I want you to ride me in this state. I'm not okay with you on top of my shoulders at this point.
No.
So, if you need a higher vantage point, not right now, okay?
Yes, we need to free the slaves. And once we've taken the outpost, I'll challenge him to single combat.
Oh.
Single
think that's-
combat might be nice.
You think that's a wise idea?
What do you mean you think do I think that's a wise idea? Wouldn't it be wise?
Well, I haven't really seen you, you're really far away whenever things get dangerous.
I can do plenty of things close up.
Oh.
I've got a plan.
Alright. Oh, this should be good.
I could concoct some poison. Some sleep poison.
Oh.
Yes.
But no, that might take a while.
We've got time.
I think it takes 24 hours to brew. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
24 hours.
You work through the course of the night. We could make some rolls, see what happens, but it seems pretty difficult to just.
We're not really on a time crunch.
How about digging? What if we dig under? The cells are down there, right?
What about if I sneak in?
Do you think you could free them all yourself?
I can go with you.
I can sneak.
I'm not very sneaky, guys.
Oh, I could be a great distraction.
I could probably be a distraction too.
Do you know what that word means? Do you know what a distraction is, Meena?
Yes, I know what a distraction is.
Okay, I'm just making sure because we're probably going to be shot at a lot.
I don't really know if we want them to know what we're up to, and if you are distracting them, they're gonna be loud and be like, "Where's the other half of you?" You know.
What? I'm Zaunder.
What do you mean the better half?
How do the Drow feel about bears?
We don't really have bears in the town.
So there aren't underground bears?
If a bunch of Drow were to see a bear, That'd be a really good distraction, right?
It's
What
kind
if
of
it was a
50-50 on what they
bear
think of it if they don't
with
know what it is.
a halfling and a mace that was lit up like the bright moon?
I'd say that's a fair distraction.
Why don't we have a distraction as a backup plan? Like if they start to get suspicious or we're loud or something like that, then you come in and are distracted.
All right, just know I get a little bit antsy. If you guys are out doing stuff, I get a little.
I didn't really get to do much when we were killing all of the undead, so I just thought I'd try to be useful. But
You could kill this one. I'll pull my rapier out and I'll say, "Is there a better way in?" Start tapping his...
What are you anyway?
Answer the question, swine.
I'm a mouse. Oh, you didn't mean me.
He says, pushing the Zaunder's chin again.
Out here in the cemetery, there's I guess it's sort of a mortuarium or whatever that thing is called, where they prep the bodies. That's connected to the back of the outpost. Get in that way, I suppose. I really don't want to have a hand in this. You know that I'm not really on your side either. I just don't like what's happening here, and you seem a little crazy, Zaunder. No offense. Your friends are also weird. Strong, but weird.
I'm not weird.
Well, okay.
Did he just call us weird? I'm coming up. Hold on. I'll walk into the crypt.
We called me crazy.
Well, yeah. You know, I don't know. It's a tricky situation.
He's an incredible
obviously.
warrior.
You know what?
Oh, that's new. He didn't used to be.
I've had to learn.
Yeah, I've learned a few things myself. Oh my. Well, what do you want from me? What do I have to do?
You're going to lead us inside.
Okay. Getting down to those cells. As far as I know, you got to go through the building where you just were. Don't know much else than that.
You're not going to give us verbal directions. You're going to directly lead us. You're going to be there.
Okay. And then what?
And then you're going to watch for guards as we free each of them.
Okay.
Why don't we have him keep that other guy busy? So he doesn't know what's happening.
Like, how busy? Should he talk to him repeatedly for a long time to annoy him?
No, whatever works, I guess.
Because he
Try
talks
something
about
from the slave angle again if someone wanted to play their pet.
No, I don't much like that idea.
Definitely someone you want to play
gross.
with, though. He's definitely that's who he is. This is a person who is very conceited and very full of himself. And if you make him feel like a big person, you can get so much by him. You won't even know.
You know,
How do
if
you know him so well?
I'm good at reading people, darling.
We'll see.
So are we going in through the back or the front? And are you slaves or you're not slaves? What's happening?
I think you should be the slave.
Okay. I'm kind of used to that from the colony, so
No
sure.
one's being a slave.
Can we get out of this tomb? It smells.
Please. I've got boogies in my nose right now.
This kind of smells like home. It's just a little damp and
What do you mean
mildewy.
it
It's
smells like
fine.
home?
What?
Where do you
Yes.
live?
I mean, bogs are not the nicest of smelling places.
I'm so sorry for everything I've ever said about you.
Oh,
What did
Zaunder
you
just
say
grabs
about
the
me?
guy and drags him out of the tomb.
All right, so you guys start to go back to the graveyard setting here. So these tokens are in the wrong spot, but Zaunder dragging him away. The rest of you following behind.
Fresh air.
There you go. Okay, so I'm the slave now, and you're the captors?
What about if I go in the back?
Sure,
are
yeah,
you
it's
talking
just through those doors.
Sure.
points to this side of the cemetery where you can see there is indeed this sort of like little makeshift part of the wall that kind of emerges forward, and there's a doorway right there.
I'll go and check the door then.
It is not locked. You sort of like pop the thing right open and look through, and it does seem to be like a kind of
moratorium.
That's not the right word. What's the word?
I'm just throwing words out here. You just agreed with me.
Yeah, no. Moratorium is when you don't do something. It's called mortuarium. Is that what it's called? Anyway, it's
mausoleum,
a morgue basically. It's
morgue,
where they would put dead bodies and get them prepared for being entombed. Funeral parlor is the modern version of it, whatever that is. Yeah, it's a small little area, and then there is sort of another door at the back of the room there.
I'm not really sure we even need to bother them in front. We just all go inside. In the back. Together. Not split up. Not doing that again. No thanks.
Okay.
Wanna stay with us? Are we friends?
Oh, after we kill 20,000 undead and some slime, yeah, I'd consider us friends.
No, I think she's talking to him, and the answer is no.
Oh,
No, I was talking to Finnegan. I was hoping that we'd have a friendship together.
Friends. I guess I didn't really stop and consider it.
Zaunder, if you think that your crazy's reined in a little bit, I would definitely want to be your friend again.
Well, I guess I got a little too spirited thinking about getting my revenge on Savick.
Oh, don't worry, he'll get his.
Friends protect each other.
I've never had friends before.
Me neither, really.
What's the worst thing both of you could ever have said? Ever. But you've got one now, so.
We have at least
Right, this is real sweet. This is really touching. What's happening here? But can we figure out what the fuck we're going to do about the 60 people who are imprisoned underneath the ground, and the people who are in this room that are probably still trying to find a coin on the floor? So,
look, whatever you think about, whatever's comfortable for you, I'm afraid that it's just not going to work if you have what they would consider to be lesser races making slaves out of the Drow. I'm afraid
I didn't think that was a good idea, taking him in as a slave, especially because you're all high and mighty about being men power and what the fuck ever.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
But if they're used to bowing to the women, maybe we could embrace our power.
Girl power.
But there are people who are they're trying to buck that. I think that if we tried forcing it on them, they would be like, nah, fuck that, and be very aggressive. Whereas if we kowtow to it, it's very easy to manipulate.
Not to mention, it doesn't really work for non-Drow like yourselves.
So, I think, Zaunder, you make the call. It's your people. You know them best, so.
What's the plan, Zaunder, Master Warrior?
Yeah, now's your chance to show us how great at being a warrior you are.
All right.
That's a
S.A.D.A.S.
terrible plan.
Captors.
You have to let him finish first, Matthias.
Oh, okay.
Matthias, you hadn't even started talking.
You just had that locked and loaded, didn't you?
Wait until I'm finished to tell me it's a terrible plan.
Oh, sorry.
But
All
you're
right.
not even really telling us your plans, so...
Oh, we have to give him
What
a
were you
second.
saying? Theater does what? What were you saying there?
It's coming. I know it's coming.
All right, which of you doesn't feel comfortable being stealthy?
Oh, that'll be me.
Me too.
All right, then you two can discuss
Put your hand
yourselves as
down,
slaves.
And Neriad says, not my strong point either.
Okay, then all of you who don't want to sneak can be taken in as slaves by me and S.A.D.A.S. The rest of you should go in the back while we go in the front. We'll try to split the work between us.
So me and Matthias are gonna tag team the prisoners.
Strange choice of words.
Well,
I don't
what
know.
is your idea?
Oh no, that's a great idea.
I wasn't disagreeing with it. My only concern is the people who aren't stealthy are also the people who don't know how to fucking lie.
Hi.
I'm really good at lying.
Oh, darling.
I'm not.
I've seen you lie, and I've seen Finnegan lie. I haven't really seen Neriad lie, but I believe that he's not good at it.
But what if we
I-
really believe that we're slaves? What if we really, really try to believe it? No.
I am perfectly apt in the art of guile. I'm sure I can get us through.
Right. Matthias and I aren't going to be in
Possibly
there.
go wrong.
You all have a fun time.
I have got a really good idea. If we get into any problems, you just tell me to turn into a trained bear.
All right, yeah, we should have a code word for that. Like
Bear.
if Zaunder
Like
says,
bear.
no, that's a bit too on the nose.
They don't know what it means.
Maybe it's like, oh, they've heard the,
I've been there.
maybe if it's like pumpernickel, something like that. Something you can throw into a
You
sentence.
probably don't know what pumpernickel is either. That's a
Pumpernickel.
great idea.
What's pumpernickel?
Why is that a great idea? Why do we need a code word?
Oh, just in case someone's listening or like knows what we're doing, or like Theodore knows the code. Theodore shouldn't know the code word.
Okay, fine. Let's just get a move on.
Okay.
Split
So-
the party. Split
I'm
the party.
supposed to tell them that you've come to you tackled the beasts, you came to reason, and now you're bringing in the slaves, but a couple of them died.
You changed your mind and you
Ran
decided to side with him or some shit like that.
Yes.
Sure.
Because he's so smart and so wonderful, and you can't believe you even doubted that you should follow him. You know, shit like that.
Oh, that's nice.
Fine. I'll say that.
Yeah, but don't say it like that, because then I'll know.
I thought he sounded really believable.
You said yourself you are a master of guile, so I'm sure you can handle it.
Use some
You
of the
know what?
masculine charm.
When you say that like that, I know that you're not serious.
Me? Are you sure?
Guys, not to put a stick in the mud or anything, but I am getting a little antsy again.
Yeah, and right around this
Okay.
time, you do indeed hear some shuffling of feet around the side of the Southern Outpost as some folks are coming
Oh,
around.
yeah, because we're outside, I guess. Still.
Yeah, and so they're coming around and going, "Hey, what's out there? Hey, how's it going? Hey, it's pretty far off in the distance, probably a couple hundred feet."
All right,
Oh, plan to action.
Make yourselves scarce, the two of you who are hiding.
Yeah,
Find your way to the
I'll
back
go.
door.
I'll go to hold Gwen's hand and to let her lead me.
All right, so as we kind of get into this little stealth mission here to see how it goes, we're going to take our break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes and see just how well this plan to infiltrate the now Drow colony at the Southern Outpost goes. So we'll see you guys in 10 minutes. The DM has to go pee, and we will see you then. Come on back. Welcome back to Party Foul. We are here with the party poopers, as I've dubbed them, though they do not yet have a name for themselves. And we are about to undergo some kind of plan to try to infiltrate the Southern Outpost, which has been a military base that's been taken over by the male members of a nearby Drow colony. Zaunder is leading the non-stealthy folk through the front gate with Theodore, his ally, as they walk into the Southern Outpost main entrance, while Matthias and Gwen try to sneak in through the back, as is wont to do with the sneaky types. So, first of all, I'm going to put us back on the Southern Outpost map just to kind of know where things are. And I'm going to have... let me lower that music just a hair. I'm going to have Matthias and Gwen make stealth checks for me.
Ooh, stealth checks.
Use
12
your
on a
lucky
dice. 12 on a dice, so that's 20.
20 total with that stealth. Good.
You have a +8 to stealth? Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
20. 4.
Jeez. All right. So both of you
I outsneaked you, motherfucker.
sides of the morgue here and find your way through the back of the Southern Outpost through this particular landing right here. As you skirt to the edge, you do see a couple figures kind of walking around. I could probably get some tokens and put them on the map so you see. But for the most part, most people seem to be either inside or out here at the gate shouting at the folks that are coming along. So I'll put you on the map. This is all not really perfect because it's a 3D map, but that's okay. Where are you, Gwen? There you go. So the two of you emerge from this little outer part here from the cemetery. And what would you like to do?
Is there another way to get in here?
You can make an investigation check and try to find out.
Okay. Oh, hell yeah. 21.
21. Yeah. So you skirt along the back wall here and you start to make your way towards this, what might be a back entrance. It is walled up. There's no door or anything, but probably about 40 feet above you. Yeah, that's a little bit high. About 25 feet above you, there is a small window that is sort of pushed into the stone architecture as well.
Okay, I think I have, maybe not. What's in the fucking backpack with that's of the thieves or the whatever backpack?
Adventurer's backpack? I don't know. You definitely have
Not the
rope.
adventurers
Yeah,
one.
I've got
It's
rope.
the
Burglars?
You thinking about
Yeah.
pittons and stuff like that?
yeah, I do have pittons.
You have pittons. Okay. Yeah. So let's make an athletics check as you try to use those pittons
I've
to.
Pittons as well.
There
I've
you
got
go.
2 pittons right here.
Stop it.
Matthias, go ahead and make your. If you're going to do the same thing Gwen's doing, it's up to you. Are you following her and doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the two of you start to try to scale this thing.
Natural 20.
Nice.
My last 2 rolls were an 18, a 19, and a 20. So I'm never rolling good again.
Yeah, the DM rolls like crap, and you guys crush me all day. That's party foul.
I've been rolling like shit until the comeback of the
I don't want to
So-
say
true.
I got a natural 20 as well, but I did. That's 3 already. I like my new
think
dice.
that these dice are improperly weighted.
Yeah, we might have to check the weighting, the
Well,
counterweights on
they
this
are
to
made
set it up.
professionally by the RPG Torg, so my Torg dice.
Not trying to down anyone's dice. I would really want some dice to do that too. Okay, so you are both doing this like cat burglars as you like scale your way through using the pittons and pulling yourself ahead, reaching up to the levers and pulling yourself right through. It has a pane in it though, and the pane is closed from the other side.
Can I try to open it? Maybe.
Yeah.
With my thieves tools.
Using your thieves tools, so you're going to try to. Are you trying to break it? Are you trying to like get underneath and leverage it? What's your plan?
More so of trying to. Well, I suppose it can only have to be leveraged. I think.
Mm-hmm. So, want to use thieves tools or a crowbar? How do you want to do this?
Do I have a crowbar?
I think I have a crowbar.
I don't have a crowbar.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I do
Yeah,
have
so
a
you pull out
crowbar.
a crowbar. You
I
wedge
do.
it beneath the window, and you're trying to like nudge it and make that slide up. Special little thing that you do. Let's call that a sleight of hand check, just to see if you can do it quietly. It's not hard to do, but
Are we doing it
doing it
together? Is
quietly.
both of us doing
I'll give
it?
you
or-
advantage. You can either both roll, or you can roll with advantage, Gwen.
I'll reluctantly help support you while
Cool.
you do this.
All right, so roll with advantage, Matthias, I guess. You roll another 20. Yep. The window.
I
It's
rolled
like it wasn't
2,
even
so
there.
20
it was
and
an
11.
illusionary window, and it just poofed away. No, you sort of take the crowbar, and it's old, and it like really kind of sticks at first, and then suddenly it just kind of like.
Shall I change to my shit dice again?
It just shooks up. It's fine. I trust you. It's just funny. And you push it all the way to the top. And you are standing like basically the height of the window, holding it up with the crowbar at your side, looking like a hero as Gwen and you both slip through and you bring it back down.
I hold my hand up for the high five.
I'm just gonna try and put the window back into place.
Uh-huh.
Like not like pushed all the way, but like kind of like a.
Very
Left me
good.
hanging.
I'll get to what you see when you get inside there in just a moment. Meanwhile, on the other side of it, you all sort of approach this crowd of extras, and they have some weapons around them and start looking. Hey, what's taking so long? Come on.
Oh, Zaunder, you tricked us. You made us slaves. You did.
What? What's
Yes.
going on out there?
Haha, you fools. You fell for my clever ruse. You are my slaves now.
I am a
I have taken
slave.
you
Throwing the word
correct,
out.
Meena. You are a slave. You are a slave. I am taking you back to my fellow male drow to be a slave. But
All right, I'm gonna
Southern
have
Outpost.
I'm gonna have each of you make a deception check.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
And I'm
With
gonna
advantage because they're all helping each other.
Here's the thing, though. It's so bad. I would give them disadvantage, and yet they are supporting the story. So I'm just gonna make it a straight roll because I think that you're helping each other gets rid of how terrible this is. But that
9.
this is terrible lies. Okay,
15.
15.
A
Meena.
master of guile.
A 9 as well.
9 as well. Yeah, these guys say,
Meena, carry us with your
Yeah.
convincing lies.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is just really believe.
yes, I imagine
There is a method actor, guys.
Terrible idea.
Drow slave, then I acted that way on the day. So using her Ian McKellen skills, Meena does seem to be so pitiful, and giant Furbolg is indeed looks so bowing to you in every kind of way. And they sort of look at you, Zaunder. They keep their weapons trained on you, and they're like, yeah, we'll tell it to Saavik, all right? And then they sort of usher you forward around the corner and back into what's going on. And they sort of whisper back to you, do you think that he's really that good? I don't know, man. That was some loud stuff out there. And they're kind of confused as they walk you forward. You're ushered through the gate and once again back to the actual giant thing in the middle, like I can't think of the name of right now because I can't use words. Thank you, Great Hall or whatever. Yeah, so you're ushered into the barracks, and you get inside, and you see a similar, mostly because I haven't updated the map too much, similar thing to what you saw before. Inside here, except that the light is gone. You notice that they have taken the coin, and you see the sort of glowing light coming a little brighter from the fireplace. So it's like they just chucked it in the fireplace. To do with it. So we'll delete that. The two are still sitting on their throne. You're flanked by let's see, Matthias, you're not here, and Gwen, you're not here. Theodore is with you here.
If I'm not there, no one can see you the map, by the way.
Say again? If you're not there, no one can see the
yeah,
map. Okay,
'cause
so I'll
OBS
put you
is-
here
yeah.
as an imaginary, not actually here kind of thing. We'll do this. You're not here. Okay, so you make your way forward into the realm of things, and Saavik kind of stands up and says, what? Oh, did you come back to taunt me again, huh? Heard you kick some ass out there. Whatever.
Well, seems that my ruse for those lesser races succeeded. I managed to deceive these 3. The other 2 had to be killed.
Curse you, Zaunder! I thought we were friends.
Silence, slave! And then he makes a wild gesture of like backhanding him without actually making contact with him.
Finnegan, do you sell it or do you just...
Yeah, Finnegan sells it really well.
Let me get one more deception check. I'll give you advantage on this one there, Finnegan, as you show your capitulance to Zaunder.
No need. Natural 20.
Wow, okay, there we go. All right. Saavik kind of leans back in his chair, twiddles his fingers together for a second. Ah, well. I see that they're smitten with you now. How about you and I? Are we cool, Zaunder?
Of course, even I know superiority when I see it.
You really think I'd believe that you'd suddenly just be fine with me being in charge? I'm not stupid. What do you want, Zaunder?
I want the power I never had in the Underdark. I want prestige. I want to be respected.
Well, that's kind of our thing here at the Society Against Drow Abuse Secret Service. Huh. What do you think? And you sort of see the figure next to him go, I don't believe him. Kill him now, kill him now. Yeah, that's kind of what you always say. Tell you what, you want to prove yourself here? Brayon, come here. Now! And he reaches back and kind of cracks a whip and hits this dwarven man in the background with it. Bloody mother. And he sort of like hunches forward and kind of steps up to the front of the dais here. All right, Zaunder, you're trying to show how much of a man you are. Beat him until he can't see straight.
What condition does he look like he's in? Does he look like he would survive a beating?
Make a medicine check.
He's a dwarf. He'll be fine.
20.
He looks malnourished, like he hasn't had a good thing to eat in a while. But he doesn't look hurt. He looks more defeated, like he's had his spirit trampled upon more than his physique has been trampled upon. But he does sort of like at the sort of side of this, he looks up at you. Another fucking drow, huh? Take these manacles off me first, at least let me defend myself. I like that idea. How about that, Zaunder? If you could beat his ass, you're in.
Yes, this will do nicely. A little exhibition match to prove how far I've come since I went to the surface.
Oh, right. Nice. All right. And he snaps his fingers, and a couple of the drow run up and take the manacles off of Brayon. He sort of like pulls his arms, just, I will rip each and every one of you from your fucking, tear you limb from limb. And Havik says, yeah, right. Okay, whatever. Take him out first then. And they sort of push all the tables to the side and kind of make a little makeshift arena here. Meanwhile, while this is going on, Matthias, you and Gwen, you're not on the floor that you currently see. You're in the sort of banister that's above it. It's one level, but there is a bit of a balcony here. No one seems to be moving around up there. They seem to be much more interested in all the things that are happening in this particular lower area. So you're free to roam around. There's not much up there. It seems to be much more of a vantage point that you can see kind of across the top of the walls that are on the outside from these particular balconies, maybe through that window. But you do have a nice view of everything that's happening beneath. At this point, you can see, and I'll make sure I go to I'll put you guys kind of here and here. You can see, if I do the dynamic lighting.
Did you kill Matthias? Why is there a fucking X over it?
Oh, because he was not actually in that scene. I was trying to show that. We'll reveal more of this map to you. All right. So hopefully you can see quite a bit of...
When you cut back, it's just Gwen talking to Matthias and being like, I'm actually like a really good liar, and I really, really hope that Zaunder wasn't lying out his ass when he said that he could trick him, but I think he was.
And you notice as you overlook this entire thing that the drow are pushed to the sides. They're moving all the tables. They've unshackled Brayon, the person that you think is called Brayon, and he seems to be walking toward the middle here, getting ready to pull it out his arms, ringing it up. Come here, you fucking scum.
Do we know where the fucking downstairs is?
From your vantage point here, you have to make your way around a little bit, but as you sort of look around the rest of it, you notice that this is there's a bedroom through this wall here. I guess the balcony is more like this. So you can kind of see a bedroom area over in this part of the building. And then if you walk a little bit over the top of the door here, you can see that there is a stairway leading down in this particular room here.
Okay, so this is overlooking this room. Like there's no.
Yeah. So the balcony itself is overlooking the main room, but you can see around the other side the wall doesn't go all the way up, and you can see that the stairwell does indeed move down into some area there.
And is there anyone in that room?
You do notice, I think I accidentally moved him. There is one person standing guard here at the top of the stairs, very lazily, kind of listening over, trying to hear what's going on, but he seems to be on duty guarding this particular stairwell.
I pull out a dart and look to Gwen.
Is he looking up or like in our general direction?
No, he seems to be more like almost back against the wall right here, listening, just trying to hear what's going on in the other room.
Okay, but if one were to like drop here, it would very much so be like, oh, there's a person in here.
Yeah, I mean, okay. You would not, would not be able to do that.
Gotcha. Okay. I get ready. I like have a rope in my hands. Ready to like, I don't know, tie around the banister or something like that that's on this balcony. And like kind of like look at Matthias, and then I'm gonna whisper to him, or actually I'm gonna say telepathically, Matthias. Can you use your hand when you shoot him, the little magic-y one, to cover his mouth?
I don't think it works like that.
Is it not a hand?
It's transparent. I don't know if it works like that, does it?
I have no idea.
I'm just gonna say yes. That sounds cool.
I mean,
so
it
I'm
can
gonna
pick things
that
up.
Seems,
so I would have thought
it can be tangible. Why not? I think it can try to cover the mouth, but it's not invisible.
You can see through the.
Yeah.
Actually, I think level 3 arcane trickster it can be with ledger domain. It can be invisible.
I don't know that.
Is that true? Check it. That'd be sweet.
Sure. Feats and traits. Mage hand Leathermane. I will post it into Tabby.
You can make the spectral hand invisible. Hey, look at that. Very cool.
Rogues, man.
If you can see a sleight of hand check versus the perception check is how to make sure that it's not noticed. So yeah, you can make that check and we'll see how it goes.
What? So when I attack, or
I would say like flip it over him, I guess, because he's not gonna be looking up, and then like I don't know, try and at the same time. I don't fucking know. What is your thing?
It'll get, since it's invisible, it'll get advantage on its stealth check, and we'll see your sleight of hand versus his. Because the idea, I guess, would be like you would accidentally punch him in the face before you cover his mouth, so he would see it coming. So we'll give you a sleight of hand advantage, Matthias, if you want to try that plan.
Okay. So I'm just trying to silence him while we go down, because obviously I can't do that and sneak attack at the same time. Or do we both just sneak attack it?
I don't have anything to do from a distance is the only thing.
I hand you a dart.
I guess I can throw a knife. But that's gonna be loud. If it misses. If it hits, it'll probably be fine.
There's a lot of commotion going on in the other room, so.
I was going to say, right, this occurs, you get a bit of a gift, because start to stride forward a little bit towards Brayon here, and let's go ahead and just roll initiative to see how this little brawl begins to go.
I'll be prepped with a knife to throw them.
Mm-hmm. Where's a horse?
I don't know. That's part of the music. Yeah, sorry. Okay, his initiative is 19.
Laugh.
19. On Zaunder. Roll well.
Right.
Yeah, roll initiative, Zaunder.
Yep.
Zaunder's gonna get his ass kicked.
He's not a hand-to-hand combatant.
I cannot select my token, actually.
Weird. Okay. You can just roll it, and I'll add it to the turn order.
If you roll through D&D Beyond, I think it just automatically is attached to your token. Question mark.
I don't think so. I think I have to select it.
I didn't click my token earlier when I rolled initiative, and it went directly to mine. So I don't know.
Oh, that's good to know.
We'll see.
Can you pull a token from your character sheet onto the battlefield, and we'll just replace it? Maybe that'll work.
Sure.
And attached to your character though, just as a heads up. I think
Uh,
maybe not. I can't know.
for some reason, my character sheet on Roll20 has.
Can you select the one that I just put on the map here next to you?
Sure. Just a second. No, I can't. I don't have permission.
That's all good. Just roll your initiative in person, and we will.
Okay.
I'll figure it out. I don't know why it's happening.
Well, technically, I already rolled an initiative. Just didn't assign it. It's 22.
22. Wow, you actually beat the brisk little dwarf here. So he's sort of like toiling in the rage that he feels. You see his whole muscles bulge together, and he sort of sneers. Well, at least I get to do this. And he charges towards you, but you're quick on the draw. What do you do there, Zaunder?
Oh boy. Well, they're not going to throw us any weapons or anything. We're supposed to do this barehanded like savages.
It didn't really specify what's going on. He just told you to kick his ass.
All right. Well, Zaunder will see.
Shoot him with like those gag arrows that have like a big fist.
Do I have anything? I don't have anything like that. I don't know. I could. I mean, I'm just gonna like shoot and deliberately miss. Like,
Okay.
I'll shoot, deliberately miss, and then call out. Are we to pummel each other with our fists like savages? At least give us weapons, even if the dwarf is, well, a savage himself.
And as you walk forward and try to fire your weapon away from him and say that, Savik says, I don't really care. And the dwarf says, nor do I. And he runs up and just tries to deck you across the face with an attack as he storms towards you. That's a 25 to hit.
Well, that will hit me.
It's just his fist, though. 2 plus rage for 5 bludgeoning damage right across your face as he just knocks into you really super hard. Your fresh blood busting as your lip cracks open from the wound.
Oh no, Zaunder.
And you do indeed hear all the drow kind of going, yeah, and they like the violence here, especially the one over on the dais is like, yes, kill him. This does give you a little bit of a window of noise, and this particular character goes, oh, what's going on over there? And he sort of marches forward and tries to peer around what's happening in the other room for a second.
Go, John.
Yep. What do you guys do?
How high up are we?
That would be from the wall, so
Back right there. Go.
feet or so.
Math.
I'm gonna jump down onto his back and stab him with my rapier on the way down.
Jeez. Okay. All right.
Oh, you came over this side. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Make an athletics check to see how well that leap goes.
I throw a knife.
Okay.
And also,
not just roll another natural 20. This is becoming a meme. Oh my god.
So
I mean, do I even need to have you roll damage? Your sneak attack is just gonna destroy this poor kid.
5. That wasn't attack though. That was athletics.
Oh, that was athletics. I thank goodness it was not the hit. Okay.
So, but I get advantage on my attack. So Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
you do. All right. Go ahead and make your attack,
20s.
and then we can go at the exact same time, Gwen.
This
You know,
is
actually, when you guys get a chance, add yourself to the initiative because we'll kind of do it like that. That this
I
fight is
just rolled
happening.
double 20 as well. Double 18s.
Double
I got
is okay.
I get advantage
24.
too, right? Because I'm
You do.
hidden? Question mark.
Mhm.
Right.
Yep.
Let's see if that works. No, mine didn't add it to the turn order, but 16.
17
mine
to hit.
I wonder if it's just because I'm using the map again. So, what was 17 to hit? You said
Mm-hmm.
that hits. What was your to hit, Matthias? Way over 17. Also
Mine,
hits.
yeah, 24. I rolled
Go
double.
ahead, both
18.
roll sneak attack damage.
That was with a rapier, which is not a D6 by the way. It's a D8.
My fucking initiative rolls are always jack shit. What is this?
6. Dear, that's like 4
Oh,
max
damn
damage. 8. So that's 12, 20, 22 damage.
And how much damage did you do, Gwen?
4 plus 1 because it's my magic dagger.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, 23.
Plus 4, 8, 11 damage.
So 23 plus 11 is 34. Yeah, you both just annihilate this
Fuck this guy.
poor guard here. He is super dead.
You guys killed the one that he wanted. He was wanting a revolt. You killed him. That was our end.
Nah, fuck him.
He sort of feels the mouse on his back. The mage hand clasps around his mouth as well as he tries to scream out in pain. And it's just at that point that the dagger sinks into his heart and he keels over with Matthias sort of grappling him to the ground. It's making a little bit of noise, but because of the other room, all the stuff that's going on there, it does seem to be pretty darn
I'm
sneaky.
soothing him as he dies.
I jump down and I'm like, I put the rope back in. I don't need the rope.
Yeah.
Jump down. And then like kind of like I'm like, Matthias, let's move him.
Yep.
Kind of try and pull it back in. But next turn or whatever.
All right, both of you start to move towards the stairs on your turn. Zaunder, your turn back at the other fight.
Okay. By the way, how's my connection doing, man? Am I okay right now? Am I coming through?
I can hear you. It's a little blotchy, but yeah, you're good.
All right. So Zaunder is, oh man, he's gonna lean into the dwarf and be like, "Look, I don't actually want to kill you."
Yeah, go ahead.
Just play along for now. My friends are getting your friends free.
Two things. First, make a stealth check just to make sure nobody else heard that.
Oh no,
Sure.
no! Do you have a jar of peanut butter? What are you doing?
That's a 10.
Leave me alone.
overall.
Stealth, okay. So you think you're whispering. It seems okay. There's some commotion. Everyone's yelling. And then go ahead and make a persuasion check against the raging dwarf.
Okay. That is going to be a 13.
13. Okay. He sort of like puts his hand across your shoulder after having just decked you for a second, and he pulls you in close and he says, "But I want to kill you." And he sort of like brings you down to the ground on his turn. But do you make any other attacks on your turn?
Okay. and then Zaunder is going to take to reload the hand crossbow and actually shoot him this time.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make that attack roll at disadvantage because you're in melee.
Sure.
Gotta put on some different music.
All right, that is a 19 and a 26, so a 19 will do it.
19.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
That's better.
At 7 piercing damage.
7 piercing damage, and so the blood splatters across as it fires right into his leg. And he sort of goes, "That's more like it," and he starts to take a big pummel at you as well. Yes, go ahead, then.
Is anyone watching me?
They seem to be very focused on the fight at hand, although you are in sight lines of the two on the dais here that seem to be, seeing you all from the other side. Where is your token, Finn?
I'm right here. I'll ping myself. Right here. Here I am.
Oh, there you are. Okay, I see. Yep.
I sort of moved up because I thought we were all moving up. And then they cleared up arena, and I'm just standing here now.
It's a 16 to hit, Zaunder.
That will hit.
Yep. You will take 2. No, it's a D4. Sorry. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you feel another cold cock right across your brow this time as he's bruising you up pretty good. All right, we'll go now to Matthias, Gwen, and then if anyone that's out on the side wants to do anything, I'll come to you guys after the end of this initiative order. All right, Matthias and Gwen, what do you do?
I'm assuming we're going down.
I want to move his body out of the doorway first.
Okay. It's going to say that costs you half your movement to kind of drag him over into the corner here.
That's fine.
Okay. So you've got...
Let's go.
Yep. You using the dash action as well.
Yeah.
I have 35 feet of movement, so I don't know how many I would have left after that. But
So we'll say that you had to use 20 of it, and so that would leave you with 15, and then if you take the dash action, you get another 35, so that's 40 feet of movement total.
Okay.
I will take my action to place just a hand on myself. Oh, no, actually, no, sorry. The way he does it, he gets down, quickly pulls out something out of his little sling pouch, and they look like these little glowing blue slippers, and he puts them on his feet, and with that I cast Longstrider.
Okay. That's going to double your movement speed?
Adds 10 to my movement.
Adds 10 to your movement
Wow, okay, bye.
So Matthias goes from that 25 feet of movement to the 35 feet of
Oh,
movement.
hey, now we're matched.
So you're both matched together, but Matthias is in the lead because you drug the body over. And so it takes you probably, based on the stairs and stuff, we'll say it takes about 40 feet to get to the bottom of the stairs. So Gwen, you get to the bottom of the stairs at the very end of your turn, whereas Matthias, you do open up and see probably 3 cells on the right and 3 cells on the left side, all of which are just jam-packed with tons of dwarves, all locked inside of these cells. A little bit of torchlight glows around the room, but that's basically all the light that you get.
Well, I got about 70 foot of movement, so I'm running through the. All right, how you doing? All right, how you doing? And I'm getting his tools out while he's running. Obviously, I won't be able to do nothing yet.
Yeah, very good. All right, so that's Matthias and Gwen. So anything from the gallery of Finn and Meena, and I'll do, Neriad's probably going to stay out of it, but anything you guys would like to do?
Oh, I wonder why.
So they're, I'm in their sight line. So mechanics question: is it possible to cast a spell stealthily, or is it if it's somatic or verbal?
Yeah, I think that it's you have to make a stealth check in order to do it. Yeah, so we'll do a stealth check to see if you can fire it off. But if you have to commit to doing it as you do it in that way, you can't sort of say, I'm not going to be stealthy, so I won't do it that way.
Okay. In that case, they've cleared an area. In that case, can I step behind the pillar?
Yep.
Anyone? Wait a second. Is anyone?
You do kind of see the crazy one that on the side of the dais. I don't think that Zaunder ever said his name. Maybe you did. But
he did say his name.
Okay, cool. So you see him go giggling to the side, and he sort of like looks over a little bit. What was your stealth check?
I'll roll one right now. Hey, that's good, but no disadvantage because that's not good. That's 11 plus a stealth of 12.
Okay. Yeah, you see his eyes kind of dart over to the side, and you get nervous for a second, but then he sort of goes back to the battle.
Great. Is it possible to take out? I'm gonna steal a page. I'm gonna rip a page out of the book from Matthias. Can I cast light on a coin, but have it muffled, like cover it, and just have that ready?
Okay, very cool. So you have a coin in your hand, copper piece, glowing and shining, but you are holding it so tight to yourself. Very good. Anything from you, Meena?
I'm going to move over behind this pillar over like slightly to the right of it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check if that's what you're intending to do.
Yeah.
No.
3.
Okay, yeah. So as you try to move over to the side, it catches the attention of this particular drow here, and he runs up to you and just sort of says, "No, careful now. Watch the fight."
I am watching the fight. I couldn't see from back there. The pillar was blocking my view. So I moved over here.
Come over here, and he drags you a little bit towards the front of the pillar right next to him, keeping an eye on you.
Thank you.
And I'm going to prepare Thunderwave.
Okay. What's the trigger for this to go off?
If Zaunder gets downed by the dwarf.
Okay, if Zaunder goes down, Thunderwave will pop off. Very cool. All right, Zaunder, you're up.
That's definitely going to happen then.
Okay.
Yeah, we got like a round.
Shut the hell up, man.
Why don't we pick a strong fighter? This is terrible. Carry on.
No, I believe in Zaunder. He's gonna kick his ass.
Johnny, baby cloud, I believe in you.
I wasn't trying to kill him in the first place, honestly. Like,
Nah, fuck about fuck this dwarf in particular.
joking.
Except actually don't, because it's the person we need to talk to.
oh, okay. Thanks. Does anyone want to mention that in character? Or
No.
I mentioned
honestly,
I mentioned
he's
it
told him he wants to
before
kill him. Like,
I mentioned it when we left that room.
okay.
You do recognize the name Brayon as being the name from the letter. That's what you and they have called him Brayon multiple times at this point. But what do you want to do, Zaunder?
Okay. This is stupid.
Nice. Those are the best ideas.
I'm thinking I might just run past him and charge straight at Savick over here.
Yes,
You
that's
thinking?
something
You do
that
it?
I
You
would
thinking? You
do.
do it.
But
Do it. And yell, Pumper.
The code word.
You yelled pumpernickel?
Oh, god damn it.
Okay. As you try to get past the
More
dwarf,
rounds.
he will take an opportunity attack on you. Not
Of
really knowing
course.
what you're doing. That is a 21 to hit.
Oh.
It'll hit. It's fine.
Okay. 2, 4, 6 damage, 6 bludgeoning damage as he reaches out and cracks across your back. Oh, you scared? But you are able to dart forward and do whatever you like to do.
Can you give me permission to move the token at least? Like,
Yeah, I don't. I tried to do that, and it doesn't seem to want to. If I do,
it's not working.
it says that it represents Zaunder and that it works. Just ping the spot that you want to go. I'm sorry, I don't know why it's happening that way.
All right, I want to go. Let's see. Here.
Oh, right up to him. Oh, goodness.
Yep. I'm gonna shove him.
Party foul. Party foul. TPK?
That- That's a party foul.
I am gonna want to shove him. I'm also going to spend a bonus action to second wind.
Okay, bonus action, second win. Go ahead and roll that,
Oh,
and then
okay.
and just to be clear here, you yelled pumpernickel as you ran?
Pumpernickel! Pumpernickel!
Code word. He said the code word.
Did you just turn into a bear?
Well, yeah.
That is, I regain 10 hit points.
okay,
Nice.
10 points of healing. Though he cracks across your back, you sure up yourself, and then you're actually getting in melee with them, or are you shooting at them?
I want to run up and shove him.
Okay, you run up and shove him. Hey, what's going on? And you make that attack roll. Go ahead and do that.
Okay. Let's see. It's an athletics check, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have it do an attack roll first, and then we'll see how well it happens if you hit with the melee.
Okay, sure. I'm cool with that.
Ow. Stop it. Damn it. Obs is freaking out. Sorry, bros.
That is going to be a 15 on the attack roll.
15 hits.
Okay.
So you successfully shove it, and let's roll that athletics to see how well that shove action is pulled off.
Okay.
Getting a running start, so I might give it more than just the 5 feet that it typically is.
Oh, okay. All right. So that is a 17 on the
17.
athletics check.
He is not ready for this. He's sort of like wobbling in his chair as you come toward him. You make that shove attack. He's up on a dais that's probably like 5 feet off the ground. You push him off the thing, and he launches back and lands in the flames behind in the small fireplace. It's just a small fire, but you do see kind of like as he hits the actual flames itself. No!
Right.
And he starts to burn up.
Immersion now, motherfucker.
So he's
I'm
going
going
to
to-
suffer a little
I'm
bit of
gonna
bludgeoning damage right now, maybe some fire later. Go ahead, Zaunder.
I'm gonna go ahead and action surge and shoot him.
Nice. All right. Action surge.
my
Oh,
God.
wait, you second winded though on this turn, right?
I don't.
Yeah.
You
On your
did
way
second
there,
wind,
you
yeah.
second winded, so you can't do your action surge here. That's super
Uh,
badass. I'm sorry to call it down, but he's on fire, so he took some bludgeoning damage as well as some fire damage here. Whew. Yeah, he's cooking.
No. Hold on.
Action surge.
Action surge doesn't take a bonus.
Oh,
Doesn't
that's
take
my
a bonus
fault.
action.
That's
I
my
can just
fault.
do
Yep.
it.
Okay.
I can just do it. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him.
Hey, the badassery continues.
All right. Come on.
Destroy him.
That is going to be 25 to hit with.
That hits. Roll damage.
Okay, I'm going to roll damage, and I'm also going to then banish him.
Ooh.
Banishing arrow.
Oh my god.
Fuck this guy.
That's
This
8
guy in particular.
That
8
dance.
damage with the crossbow, and let's see. I forget what save he has to make
I
against.
think it's
banishing
charisma.
arrow.
Yeah, charisma.
Charisma saving throw.
Drows are very charismatic. Let me double
It's
check.
true. I'm a little worried.
14 is what he rolled.
Let's see. And my spell save
probably
DC
did.
is.
It can't be like the
Probably
spell
does.
banishment, though. I mean, that's like a level 4
Where's
spell.
where is the spell
No,
save
it's only
DC?
for a couple of rounds. It's
It
your
says it must make it-
intelligence plus your plus 8 plus your proficiency.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna beat it, unfortunately.
Rats. Okay, yeah. So he feels his whole essence being pulled away from him as this arrow sinks in, but he managed to just shrug it off. And being scorched in the flames, he's reeling back and forth. I will add him to the initiative order soon. Seeing what you just did, though, Brayon sort of like looks up and goes, "Well, I'll be dipped in spit," and he like runs over and just pummels the shit out of this drow that's next to him.
Nice.
Do you want me to roll initiative as well to get in?
Critical hit. Yes, go. Everyone can add their initiative order to the turn order now. He just got a critical hit on this poor little drow in the corner, just being like, "Hey,
Poor little drow. Fuck this guy.
all right." Minimum damage though, 2, 4, 6 damage to that guy. Okay. He's been hurt. And he turns and looks at you all and says, "What's? Are you helping or are you hurting? Whatever it is, do it quick." And that is his turn. All right, Matthias, you are up.
Okay, I'm literally opening locks or.
Then you can open 2.
Yep, go ahead and
With
make
bonus
a
action.
with action bonus action 2 thieves tools checks for me.
2 coming up.
How many
that
locks are
is-
there?
6.
So it's a sleight
fine.
of hand, isn't it? So basically, sleight of hand check.
We can get them all out by next round if we succeed on all of them.
Okay. One of them is a 12,
Okay.
and the other one's a 23.
The 12 is you sort of, the 23 will say you just jam it in there. It's an old rusty lock and it almost breaks off immediately. And you see a mound of like probably 10 dwarves kind of look at this little mouse folk and go, "Well, I'll be," you hear all this like dwarven kind of grumbled, and they all sort of start rushing out towards it, and they start trying to break apart the other locks in the area and start smashing them and hitting them. You jam it in the second lock, and unfortunately it doesn't happen, but a dwarf comes right behind you, and he just like grabs a stone from the area and goes, "I got it," and then just smashes the lock itself, and it breaks apart. And now, over the course of the next like 10 seconds, every cell is immersed, and a pile of dwarves starts merging forth and running towards everything else. There are actually some women and children and other kinds of fighters in the area, as well as older men that are kind of walking around. It's a big mix of fighters, male and female, as well as mothers and fathers and old people. It's like an entire little civilization got locked in these cages. So not everyone's going to be able to fight, but you get a lot of dwarf help coming along.
Would you like to buy some fruit?
Matthias, not the time.
Okay. It is now Gwen. What would you like to do on your turn?
Well, I was gonna help unlock the cages, but I guess it's unnecessary now. So I'll just be like, "All right, let's get our asses upstairs, shall we?" And run back up the stairs.
Yep.
Every day is leg day.
Yeah, very good. You run back up the stairs.
So that I have 35 feet of movement to get, I guess, to the top, question mark?
You get pretty close to the top with 35 feet. You'll have to use the dash action, but you can get probably 15 feet into the room after you get to the top of the stairs there.
So, like...
Yeah, about right there.
Okay.
That'll be it. And
Do
you
I
have
get
just a
second chance?
trail of dwarves. I didn't have another dwarf token ready for today, so I'll just sort of like make a bunch of Brayons.
They're all brown.
Yeah, I'll put a dot on the real
All
Brayon
dwarves look
here.
alike to me.
Do I
Of
get
course,
to
went
move as well, by the way?
completely different than anything else that I would have possibly prepared.
Your entire turn to unlock things in here.
Yeah, I think that you were, running back and forth between the cells trying to help, so you're not quite able to get up. But one of the dwarves like scoop this little mouse person up in its arms, and it starts like taking you forward. So you'll say that you are like halfway up the stairs, Matthias, by the end of your
I
turn.
love a good carry.
All right, Meena, your thunder wave being held, or are you doing something else?
Oh, I'm a bear now.
Oh, you just snapped your fingers.
I mean, he yelled pumpernickel.
He did
so
indeed.
that was the code word. So I'm gonna rear back and roar and bite and then claw the person right in front of me.
Fantastic. Go ahead and make those attack rolls. By the way, you do have to mark off that thunder wave that you were holding. It does cost.
Yeah, I did. I already did.
Cool. All right.
8 to hit. For the bite?
Misses, unfortunately.
15 to hit for the claws.
15 definitely hits. And so the guy that was sort of like you wanted to bring you over and make you hold the corner kind of had his hand on you, and suddenly his hand kind of hits nothing, and he turns around and there's a giant bear mauling him, and he does manage to kind of like push himself against the wall and dodge the first attack, but you do tear into him with your second. How much damage is that?
10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Oh, he is hurting. You take a major, was that the bite or the claw?
That was the claw.
The claw attack. So you just rip across them, blood splatters across the other drow who have now wised up, have seen the fire. Now they're seeing a giant fucking bear in the room, and they're just like, we didn't sign up for this. And they're all trying to scramble and grab weapons from things. They're having a hard time of it.
After I clawed him, I just reared back and just roared.
I'm going to put Neriad on your same turn, Finnegan, and he says, oh, I guess we're fighting. And then he fires, gets over into the corner and shoots a firebolt at this guy. It hits, and so he does maximum damage. Very nice, Neriad. Streak of fire, shoot
Sam
across.
will never be this useful when he's actually here.
Shoot across the actual thing. Oh, that went well. Okay, and now Finnegan, your turn.
Great, the code word. I'm gonna pop around the corner, throw the coin dead center of the room.
I'll call that a bonus action since it doesn't have to aim it or anything. It'll be your bonus action for the turn.
Great. Throw that. As I'm throwing it, can I do something weird and cast a spell and like have it be flavored where it shoots out from it?
Love it.
I want to cast Bless.
Okay.
So like as it reaches its peak, these like silver like wisps shoot out from it. I'm gonna cast Bless on Meena. I have to get right here to do it. Meena, and see if I get Zaunder. I can't, so I'm gonna run up. I got Zaunder. So pretty much Meena, the dwarf, forgot his name, and Zaunder. Just first level.
All receive a magical blessing of Selune, shooting forth little moons from the coin itself as this beautiful holy light encompasses you all. And all of the drow with that powerful light on the left side of the room reel back and shriek, and they're hiding against the wall, but they can't avoid the bright light in the room. Zaunder, you are just outside of it, so it does not affect you, thankfully.
Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna say nice use of the word "nickel," and I'm getting ready to like face some fight. That's 1d4 to each of you.
Yeah, very good. So I'll mark the blesses there. Zaunder, you have almost vanquished your foe. You are up.
Okay.
I need to roll his initiative. Okay.
Let's see. Now, do I run up and try to shove him further into the fire again, or do I shoot him one more time?
I think that's up to you, Zaunder.
Oh, that's
Part of me wants to see this motherfucker burn. On the other hand, I'm not good at athletics. On the other hand, bless.
That's true.
All right.
Only we had
I'm
a
just
bard, someone could start singing "Burn, Baby, Burn" and give you inspiration.
You know what? I'm just gonna run up.
Set fire.
Zaunder's gonna rear his leg back.
Drow.
Burn! And then he's gonna kick him back into the fire, or try to.
Very good. I'm going to give you advantage on that attack roll because he is just burning up. Let's go ahead and make an attack roll with that.
All right.
Kick, and then we'll roll athletics to see how much you got him.
All right. That's actually a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll. We'll do 1d4 plus your proficiency to see how much damage he takes from the kick, and then he will burn quite a bit more.
Okay, I was actually trying to like shove him further back into the fire, but yeah,
I'm gonna get to that in a
kick is
second.
good.
I'm gonna.
Right.
Let's do the kick damage first.
Okay, that's 2 + 1. That is 3. So
3 damage from the kick itself as you feel your
Yeah.
boot kind of crush across his shoulder. You hear something snap, and he reels backwards farther into a flame. So let's now make this athletics check to see how far back you can knock him in these flames here.
All right.
plus D4.
Plus the D4 for bless.
Okay, that's so far a 16 with a 4, so that is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So to make this more fun, he does hit the back of the wall, and the flames are licking up around him. Again, it's a small fire, but he accidentally kicks the coin that was lit early. Oh, yeah, can you have light on more than one source?
I don't think
Yes.
so.
It was
Matthias
cast by
can.
two different people.
yet. So,
Can, yeah.
so he accidentally kicks the coin that has light on it, and it just like shimmers in his face. And now he's covered in flames. Got your boot print across his shoulder. He's got an arrow in his chest, and he is burning alive. I'm gonna
Who's
have you
the
roll.
fire urchin now?
Yeah, go ahead and roll 2d6 to see how much fire damage he takes.
Okay.
This is like an 80s movie where we get back at the bully.
Uh huh.
Yeah, except we're burning him to death. That is
That's what I just said.
2d6. That's 7.
7 more damage. Yeah, he is looking pretty hurt as he cooks himself alive in the flames, and you stare him down right there. Okay. It is now the Drow's turn, but they've been so surprised by everything. They're all reeling and trying to figure out how to get their weapons out, except for this one here, Meena, which, since you attacked it as a bear, is able to try to pull out its dagger and just stab at you. Rolled a natural 1, though. He drops the dagger. He just can't. He's so terrified of this. But they've all finally armed themselves, and they're going to start trying to form a line and form ranks, avoiding this lit cube here. Toward a couple of them are going to rush towards you, Zaunder, getting out of the light here. And the others are going to get out of the light and head towards Neriad there and head towards Finnegan there. I'm going to say that this one goes that way, and he will use his attack of opportunity on that guy, which misses. And then, Meena will,
He's
if that
got
guy
bless
attacked,
as
and then
well.
this one will come right here. Okay, that is their turn. Brayon now looks around the whole room in light. He hasn't seen light in days because these guys like the dark so much. He says, oh, I've been waiting for this for a few hours and days and weeks, and God knows how much more of my life. And he runs forward and pummels this guy. Hits. Guy suffers 6 more points of damage. Okay. That is his turn. Matthias, you're up. You're being shepherded up the stairs by a bunch of dwarves.
Okay. I will. So whereabouts am I? Would you say?
About halfway up the stairs.
Up there. Okay. I will jump out and literally start running along the tops of their heads to get ahead.
Okay, cool.
I will move. I've got 35, so I can't really, because there's so many bloody dwarves on the stairs. I can't really see.
Yeah, go ahead and make an acrobatics check. We'll just see whether you slip and fall as you're trying to pummel across them. And if you succeed, I won't cost your movement. They'll move aside because you're so small. Otherwise, I'm going to do half movement because it's a narrow stairwell.
I rolled a 2 on a die, so an 8.
1 roll that didn't work. Okay, so you will be moving half movement up these stairs as you try to slip by. Even as a small size, it's a narrow stairwell.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be
Okay.
enough to get you right to the top with your regular movement. I'll move this dwarf out of the way, so you'll be about right
Yeah.
there. And then with Longstrider still up, you can move through these allies and towards the edge of the room, just in time to maybe see that guy there and get an attack on him if you want. You also see a big bear.
Obviously, I ain't got a clue. Would I know that this is Meena?
I mean, you were discussing her becoming
we
a bear
were discussing
earlier,
a bear,
but
yeah.
so it's up to
Okay.
you how much you
I
understand it.
will stab at the guy in front of her.
Make an attack roll.
And I don't get advantage on that.
You do. He's engaged. Mm-hmm. And he has no idea that he had no idea you were coming.
Oh, okay. Well,
Engaged to be killed.
one's a 20 and the other one's less.
He was engaged? Oh no.
Aw, yeah.
Okay.
Feels bad, man.
Damage wise, got 10, 11, 14 damage.
And he falls to the ground if your stab wound has killed him. Meanwhile, you hear the screams of and a fire that's roaring in the back. You hear this sort of laugh be stifled, and you hear everyone else panicking and running and trying to figure out what's going on. Anything else, Matthias?
I will bonus action.
It cost you that to get up. I think it was use the movement that you did to get up the stairs was the bonus action dash.
Okay, yeah.
So that at that point you're
So no, I can't do anything else then.
yeah, you're done for the turn, I think, in that regard. All right.
Yeah.
Finally, my God, I cannot remember his name for the life of me. Nedril. Yeah, Nidril. Will
Nidril.
look around the room and go, "Oh, this is not going well." And he will point his hand towards you, Finnegan, and shoot a firebolt from his hand. Rolled a natural 1. Woo!
That hits.
Going awesomely well. He will now start to try to run into the other room this way. And
I just dink it off with my shield.
Okay. It is now Zonic's turn. Zonic will try to push his way out of the fire. He's so deep in there, he's going to suffer. I'm just going to do 1 more d6 damage. Takes another... Zonic, not Zaunder. Zonic. Thank you. So many names. He takes another point of fire damage and tries to push his way, and he's going to try to grapple you, Zaunder, and pull you into the fire where he once was. That's going to be opposing strength checks.
Okay. As Savick tries to grab him, I guess Zaunder will try to pry him off with his foot. Let's see. That's a 3.
Oh wow, he rolled a 3, and so he has a plus 1 to strength.
Bless?
Oh, you got to bless. A 1 will tie.
I have bless. Go on, bless. Save me.
Come on, Saloon.
A 2 or better.
That is 3.
There you go. And it feels like for a second he grabs that leg and you feel yourself slipping forward, and that little extra holy power, you shake your boot off and he's unable to pull you in, but he will try to run past you through the flames, only at half movement here, and you will get an attack of opportunity if you'd like it as he tries to get the hell out of there.
Of course I would. It'll have to be melee though, won't it?
It would have to be a melee attack, yes.
Okay, well, whatever. I'm just gonna hit him. I'll just punch him. I don't give a crap. That's only going to be an 11 to hit, though.
11 unfortunately misses, and he able to streak by you. His flesh, like crispy, and crunchy smell. Oh yeah, plus bless. You have to roll 4 on bless.
Okay, all right. Let's see if I can roll the maximum 4 on bless. Nope, only a 1.
Okay, so yeah, he does sneak by you, but you do smell the burning flesh and see that beautiful, long white hair that he kept so proper around him, and his red eyes are fear and panic and singed across his head. This is not the Zonic that went into the flames before.
It's. I think you were saying Savick before.
Zonic, Zaunder. I'm sorry, it's all getting me.
Okay.
Z's.
Yeah, Zavick. Okay, that is his turn. Gwen, you're up. Oh, he will scream out to everybody, "Get back here! Where they can't. We can barricade the room."
Huh. What? I go sneak. Sneak.
Sneak. Okay.
Wait. I was here. How many feet do I have? Let's see.
How many feet?
Aha! Yeah, I can get to that one.
Mm-hmm.
Just speedy run.
Yep.
Up behind this one. And jump up on the table.
Yep.
And hit a bitch.
Yeah. Make those attack rolls.
Nice. Wait, hold on. I need to choose what I'm gonna hit him with. I'll go with my dagger. I'm gonna hit him with my dagger. That's a natural 20.
Ooh, critical attack.
So, sneak attack question mark?
Yeah, he's engaged with Finn, yes.
Great. So, I do how many of the damages? Do you want me to roll twice or do you want me to double?
It's up to you. I really don't care. Whatever seems. Just choose it before you do it.
Okay, well, I already rolled one. I'll just roll it. That's fine.
Oh, yeah, roll the second one then. Yeah.
Okay, so that's that. Nice. 14.
Watching you do math is the best thing in the world.
19,
and you just cold clock this.
I just jump up and.
Yeah. I don't know why I really like them so much when you guys kill them, but they go from being enemies to being like, oh, that poor guy. Yeah, you rip that dagger.
Real cold-blooded, just like right across his and like shove him off the table.
Yeah, and Finn, you just see this little drow figure that was towering above you suddenly like crumple to the ground, blood splatters everywhere, and there's your sister with a bloody dagger standing.
What's up, brother?
Gwen, gross.
You got paint all over. Yeah, it just matches. It's fine.
All right. Anything else on your turn, Gwen?
No.
All right. Meena, you're up.
I cleaned my dagger off.
So
Nice. Very good.
Thank you.
I'm gonna rear back and bite this one
Okay.
as hard as I can,
Yep.
which is 12 to hit.
12 just misses, unfortunately.
So, because I'm at an angle,
Bless.
I didn't quite gauge it properly. But then I'm going to take my claws and
Yes.
I'm going to aim at this one.
You're blessed.
Bless was added. I rolled a
Oh,
3
no.
and then a 3 on Bless.
Oh,
so,
no. Yeah. Well, it looked cool. He's terrified. But barely ducks behind the pillar. And
I was trying to intimidate him, actually, guys.
Okay. Yep. That worked.
Mhm.
Oh, and so a 27 to hit for this one.
Yeah, that does it. Yep.
And that's. Are you freaking joking me? I wish I rolled this on the dice cam. I just got snake eyes, bros.
Oh.
So, that's.
Hey, yo, why aren't you a halfling? Then you won't have to.
That's true. Yeah. Well, it's damage roll, so it would still.
Oh,
Anyway. Yep. So it takes. Well, it's more than 2. What's the strength modifier on the bear?
It's 4. It's 2 plus 4, so it's 6 total.
6 total damage. And the claw, the bite's not there, but then you just like aggressively backhand towards this other guy and rip across his chest. And, oh, that hurt. Wow. Anything else on your turn, Meena?
Just an epic roar, which I can't do right now.
Okay. All right. Finnegan, you are up.
Great. So I'm going to, now that he's gone, can't drag my boy. There we go. Run straight up to Bully. That's all I know them as.
Bully.
And like skid on the stone and say, "Where are you going? The fire's that way." And I'm gonna sacred flame him.
Ah, nice. All right. He will make his.
That's a dexterity 13.
Is a good dexterity. Yeah, 15 on the dice.
Oh fuck. That's all right.
Dodges right around that pillar, and the flame bursts across the ground and misses him barely.
That's okay. I can't really do anything else, so I'm just going to stand there and hold my ground and try to get his attention, but not using a roll or anything.
Neriad says, "Oh no, off of me!"
I forgot he was here.
We'll shoot another fireball at this guy, which will hit. He will.
A lot of fire going around.
Only 1 damage more. Singes him pretty good, but then he gets to leap backwards 10 feet because of his skill. So he'll be over here and does not take his attack of opportunity. Proton, help me!
I love this version here.
And he will do another bonus action, Dragon's Breath, on Proton.
He's cast that twice already.
I think he only. Oh, because you didn't rest today. That's correct. He can't do it again. All right. So never mind. That will be his turn. Proton will just kind of walk behind him. All right. Now you see an army of dwarves emerge forth from the prison cells. We'll say that 4 of them make it into the room this turn, squeaking right past you. Squeaking. Haha. Right past you, Matthias. There, and there. The others start to fill in and pile through. Some still coming up the stairs. You sort of hear this sort of like chant that they start to all make together. They sort of slam the ground with their heels as they walk and make this sort of marching noise that they sort of going, ho, 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 get us out of our home. Because I'm really good at improv. All right, Zaunder, back to you.
Hi-ho.
Oh, actually, I gotta
Zaunder's
at
listening
least,
to that song coming, and he's like, "The hell is that?"
Off to kill as we go. I mean,
One does take some damage.
He shakes that off, and okay, you know what? Let me see. What do I have in my inventory? Real quick here. Let me just take a quick inventory. All right.
If I remember correctly, it takes an action to look at your inventory.
How about you shut the hell up? Is there any chance that I could set the tip of a bolt on fire?
no, fuck.
That
Just
sounds
the tip.
dope as hell.
It sounds pretty darn cool. Unfortunately, for it to last, you would have to have oil already coated on it to make this thing work.
I know. I was looking to see if I had oil.
I
or
do.
anything else flammable. You have oil.
I do.
You're not over here though.
Nope.
Didn't you
What are
guys use
using
the
it
oil?
for?
Yeah,
Anyway, let's let's go ahead. I'm just gonna shoot this guy. I was gonna try and keep up the fire theme, but after a certain point, you just gotta shoot a bitch.
Okay. Yep.
Roll of threes.
Oh, that's the 26.
26.
Does that miss?
That misses. No, it hits. Yeah.
Okay.
You're still aiming at Zavik?
Oh yeah. I'm not letting him get away. That is an 11 piercing damage.
Ooh, and Zavik dodges away from the sacred flame, emerges around the pillar, and you are just aiming, dead shot. The bolt pierces through, sinks into his head, and he slumps against the pillar.
Oh.
Falls. The room energy gets a little quiet as all those ones flanking around, go back to the original music, all the ones flanking around here suddenly put their weapons to the side, seeing their leader, Zavik, sink to the ground a bit more. The dwarves start to pile through. Ho, 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 ho. Get them out of our home. They pile around.
This is the best fucking battle song I've ever heard.
The rest of the room there. Men, women, some old, some young, all ready to defend their home, all ready to end these Drow's life. The Nedrin pops out of the room and Nidril pops out of the room. His smile and his smirk kind of going away, seeing Zavik slunk against the pillar, melting downward. Okay, clearly things got a little out of hand. We're quite sorry. We would please just surrender. Yes. And then Theodore kind of walks forward, having stayed out of the fight in the corner here, says, yes, I'm sorry. He was really all his fault. Definitely. We don't even believe in any Drow male rights activism or S.A.D.A.S.S or whatever he called it. So I hope that we can all call this a misunderstanding. Sort of
misunderstanding
to you all.
Oh, see, I'm convinced, but I'm not really the one you need to be convincing. As I kind of look at all of the other dwarves in here, who probably don't believe them.
Zaunder's gonna jump up on the was it like a S.A.D.A.S.S?
Yes.
Nice.
So that all the Drow can hear him. He thrusts his crossbow into the air. Run! Run before we do the same to the rest of you, you fools!
Yeah, okay, yeah. And as they start to run away, the dwarves kind of look to Breon, and Breon says, just get one good lick before they go. And as they all start to run through, they get pummeled and hit. Not really lethal damage, but you see this giant flock of Drow running toward the exit, all being pummeled bit by bit by all these dwarves. Without their fists, the table, the chair gets picked up and cracked over one of them's head. Oh, ow, ew, oh, please, ah! And they all run towards the exit. Everyone else letting them go, or are you guys doing anything else?
I do one
Meena
thing,
rolled for bite.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
I'm gonna bite at least one of them.
Okay, yeah.
On the way out.
You might be able to finish this guy off. Go ahead and make that attack roll.
Remember you by.
Can I also just attack of opportunity? Can I whip one on the ass? Because
they're not even defending themselves very well, so we'll just say that automatically happens, and you just like.
What is it with you and like Drow's asses?
We got nice butts. I don't know what to say.
I'd like to pickpocket the mage as he runs past and gets a beat.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I'd like to stop him from going.
You want to stop the mage from going in the first place?
Oh,
Okay.
Nidril?
Yeah.
Nidril, sure. Yeah, I think
I want to shoot like a bolt in front of him as he tries to leave.
Okay, very good. So Finnegan, you try to do that. Go ahead and make an athletics. We'll call that contested athletics to see if you can grapple him successfully. He rolled a nat 1.
Do you want to pickpocket? Sleight of hand?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, why not? You can make your sleight of hand check to help out here.
I got a 16. I'm not going to bother adding anything.
24.
Yeah, fantastic. And so as he tries to slink away, he's not the strongest type, and
Where are you going?
Grab him by the back of the head and just reel him to the ground. And Matthias, you're able to slip a hand in and pick his pocket.
24.
24. Yeah, you find 3 gold pieces, as well as a small
fireball.
A small wand. Yes.
Ooh, a fireball.
I made-
wow.
Wand of fireball.
When we switched the things, I think I forgot to put that wand on here. So I will give you the details once we need the details on the wand. But you
Yep.
find a small one
Okay.
in his pocket. But
You're
what?
down.
I thought you were going to let us go. I thought you were going to. And the rest of them sort of make their way toward the exit. That bite attack, Meena, how'd that go?
19 to hit, 11 points of damage.
Yeah, you just pour. Well, I don't know why I make them poor kids, but this one is mauled by a
They're all
bear
babies. They're like
on his
9.
exit. One more added to the death count. A little more experience points, I guess. As the other dwarves kind of pile around the room, take their pot shots. We'll say just for flavor, one more of them gets knocked out on the way out. So there is another body over here. But the rest of them seem to be skirting away, including Theodore, who was trying to run with them as well. All right. So those folks are... not you, Gwen. Those folks are gone.
Neriad as well.
There's so many dwarves in this room.
Yeah, and there's a lot of dwarves around the room, all breathing hard.
I had a dream
At
about
this point,
one.
you also see, I don't have tokens for these, but some young kids kind of coming up, some mothers, some elderly people, some stay-at-home dads, all the sort of types of artisans, craftspeople, everyone that makes
The lovers, not the fighters.
the lovers, not the fighters. Yeah, they all sort of pile through and up the stairs and start to emerge around the room. Meanwhile, Finn, Zaunder, you corner Nidril here. What's going on?
Where are you going? Don't you want to say goodbye to your friend?
I was always more of a second in command. I never really was a ideas guy. I just follow. I just do what he says.
Oh, see, I understand, but it's not me. You've got beef with. It seems like. Zaunder, he's all yours.
You were always happy to follow orders.
Yes, Zaunder, would you have me follow your orders now? I'll follow you. You see how good I am at being a number 2.
Shut up.
You smell like number 2.
That was really good.
Did Zaunder say that?
Probably, yeah. Probably just. That was really good. I wish I And then he just like swings the stock of his crossbow into the guy's jaw.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't even have to. He's not resisting or anything. It takes another point of bludgeoning damage. Are you trying to knock him out? Or are you trying to kill him? What's the intention behind this? He's got very little to fight back.
Yeah, let's knock him out.
All right. With a couple blows with your crossbow hilt and a little help from everybody else, he is knocked out cold. As he seems to be the only non-dead drow left in the place. And you imagine that the ones that were outside that kind of ushered you all in, that are around the place, probably took off running with the rest of them. As the place quiets down. Bless goes away. Brayon sort of moves over, takes his seat on the dais that he usually sits in. They fucked with the cushion. I've had that in the right spot for the last 65 years, and now I can't even sit. Oh, God. And he tries to sit, and he's like, it's not. Why is it? Oh, it's never going to be the same.
I want to go loot the dead guy.
Loot the bodies.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that,
Zaunder
is going to look around for like some kind of like melee weapon he could use, like maybe a short sword or a scimitar or something.
Yeah, I think that you have your fair take of short swords. There's also a mace or two. That's what these guys tend to be using. Most of which they stole from these dwarves. Many of them you see also picking up weapons and stuff from the bodies, being like, "That's mine." And he like rakes the blood off of it and sort of like shakes it away.
Yeah, he's just gonna quietly claim a short sword.
Perfect. Very good. All right. Matthias, your investigation of these dead bodies, you find, is anyone else helping him?
I am.
Gwen.
You find 49 gold pieces across the 4 dead drow plus Zavik, who had the most on him. They were wearing kind of tattered, crappy clothing, not much else on them, so a few little weapons and stuff, most of which are being claimed by the dwarves around.
I give all mine to Neriad as he's doing the coinage.
Okay, well, someone tell Sam when he gets back next week.
Sam's meant to be doing the
49
party
gold
loot. So.
Okay. Brayon sort of like looks around and especially looks at you, Zaunder, for a second. guess that was a bit of a miscommunication back there. I do appreciate it.
What do you mean a miscommunication? I told you in explicit terms what I was trying to do, and you still tried to kill me.
Right, you communicated, and, I didn't miss.
I like you.
Brian. It's Brian, right?
That's my name, as far as I can remember. It's been a weird week.
We're actually here to see you.
Oh, of course you are. Oh, what in the God's name can I do for you? Well, who the hell are you anyway? What are your people?
We're your saviors.
Hanging out.
You're just hanging out. What did you say? What did you say, little mouse man?
We're your saviors.
You're a savior, so okay.
He's right. We're the people who saved your settlement here. Could be a little more courteous.
Yeah, well, considering it was folks that looked just like you the first time I met them that caused this problem to happen, you have to ease into it a bit, laddie, all right? But I appreciate it. I am grateful. I just need to get my bearings. Ugh.
Mina's gonna walk up next to the dais with drow blood just dripping from her jaws and just gonna sit right next to the dwarf.
Oh.
I've seen some weird stuff. And he reaches over and just like pets your head and gives you a little scratch across your ears. Yeah, I guess that's an ally, and those are enemies, and you're an ally, and mouse are talking, and it's been a weird time.
We always find friends where we least expect them. I'm gonna start hog tying. What's his name? Nedril.
Nedril. Mm-hmm.
Where did you put your marbles? I'll go and have a look for them.
My marbles? You're saying I lost my marbles?
Oh no, you said you lost your marbles.
Oh.
He doesn't understand. He's just a mouse.
Yeah. It's a turn of phrase.
Is there any way we could have a place to sleep for the night, and then we can talk to you in the morning? It's like you said, you've had a long week, and we've had a long day.
I'll tell you what, I don't really want to touch those beds till after we've scorched the damn thing. So in the other room there, you can sleep. I'll tell the men to, keep good guard duty tonight, and we'll get it all fixed in the morning. Sure, that's fine.
Wait, before we retire, there's something I have to say to you all. This has gone on long enough, I'm afraid. As much as it may shock you, I've been deceiving you.
Are you talking to us?
Yes, you, my companions. I was never an elite drow warrior or respected in the Underdark. I was an outcast and a loser and a misfit.
Welcome to the club, Zaunder.
Back into a furbug.
What?
Zaunder,
You were lying to us the whole time?
I know it's shocking.
I'm so surprised.
Wait, did everybody else not know that? Because I kind of got that vibe from him, so...
I thought he was a great warrior.
I am completely dumbfounded that you didn't tell us this from the beginning. You were just touting that you were some warrior that was well respected among your people, and now they're calling you a fire urchin, whatever the fuck that means.
Is this what you people call inside jokes or something?
I think Gwendolyn is lying, everybody. I think...
No, she does that.
What are you talking about? I would never lie to you. And I give her a little
What are you talking about? She's obviously very betrayed by my deceit, and that's understandable.
I trust you, Zaunder.
Zaunder, it doesn't really matter where you came from or what you were. It matters what you are right now, and what you are right now is a savior.
Family.
So, we don't use that word.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Well, we don't?
No,
Matthias, I'll be your family.
Good for you guys. Anyway, I want to go to sleep, so...
How are you getting a sleep in the Underdark people's
I've
beds?
slept in worse places. Who gives a shit?
They're very clean. They're usually very clean. I don't know about these particular...
Whatever, I'll shake out the sheets.
Oh, let me check for spiders first.
If it could look like, a bro dormitory in this particular back room, there's no posters on the wall or anything, but it's got that funky smell of just
it's so better with the undead.
Fucking
bunch of
frat
dudes
boys.
coming together, frat boys. There's some, discarded kegs of ale around and trash everywhere. There's, tissues under the bed that you don't want to know what they're used for.
Green.
It's been pretty fratty. But with the sheets, as far as you can tell, they've been slept in, but they're not soiled by any means.
Is there any girls here?
There are no girls. I mean, there's a lot of female dwarves around, but there are no.
No, there are no drow. Yeah.
No women around there. So at this point, Brayon he catches you, Gwen, before you go by, and he says, how do you know my name? What is it you were saying?
I've got a letter to contact you from someone that we found, and we'll talk about it tomorrow in the morning, but that's how I know you. Also, they said your name like 7 times, so.
Oh, right. He just said you were looking for me. I was confused. Sure, the morning sounds fine.
Right, you need to get some rest, and so do I. So.
Is there anything else I need to know about other than, drow invasions and being saved by...
Oh, yeah, there are a lot of undead in that tomb over there.
The DM is glad you informed him. Yeah. There's what?
Oh, yeah, a bunch of skeletons. Don't worry, they're all in a pit. It's fine.
Some of them are dead. We had to kill some of them because they were attacking and they escaped.
Well, sometimes they were dead before. We just deaded them again.
We undeaded them.
Dead.
We may have desecrated the
Undead.
bodies of your hallowed dead.
I don't know if they were dwarf bodies, though. That one skeleton was like 7.5 feet tall.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
We didn't loot any. We didn't loot any
No,
of them. There was no loot.
The fucking South family. They come back every couple centuries. It's a pain in the ass.
Well, I don't know if they'll come back from
rather
that.
inconvenient, and you just kind of let that happen, do you?
Well, I didn't think I'd be on shift for it. It's only stories that we pass down to each other, but it's long. I'll explain it to you in the morning.
Also, that cart out there with all the oranges and stuff, that's ours. Soon to be yours, but that's ours right now.
Okay, whatever. I don't want your fucking oranges right now.
Oh, trust me, you will.
They're really yummy.
Great.
That was very ominous.
Okay. All right. Well, sweet dreams or whatever. And you see the dwarves all cleaning things and putting the tables back together and taking the bodies and kind of dumping them outside. As all of you can, I'll let you pick the beds that you're sleeping in as you move into the other room. All right. What are you?
The farthest bed from Gwen. This is not happening again.
I'm gonna walk into the room. Look at all these dwarf beds.
Look at
Pick
these.
my head, walk out, and go lay down in front of the fireplace.
Okay, very good. Yep, you'll take a little snooze in front of the fireplace. All of you find a bed. You can put your tokens where you want it to be for next week. What are you doing with Nidril, by the way?
Dragging Nidril, as I drag them and shove them under the bed that I sleep at, I'm gonna jump on top and jump on Gwen, there's so much room for activities and fun.
I'm so happy for you, Finny.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll to see when he wakes up.
Matthias obviously has had a sleep already today in the arms of Meena, so he would spend some time playing with the kids. Eventually, when he tires, he'll go and sort of nuzzle in to the sleeping Meena, put his belongings around him, and just lean against her and sleep against her.
Very nice.
I'm also shirtless.
Always.
Yep, very good. All right, so in the actual beds themselves are just Zaunder, Finn, Zaunder and Meena, Zaunder and Gwen, as far apart as possible, and then Finn, Nidril beneath Finn's bed, and then I think Neriad is just gonna curl up and this looks nice. Proton will actually curl up next to you, Gwen, and have a nice little snooze.
Aww.
As well.
I cuddle with Proton. He's the cutest.
Well,
Yeah,
someone's got to be electrifying in the sheets.
All right, and with that, we will pick up next week another city saved the first one was just completely killed, Cobbled City, and now we have another little town saved by the saviors of this particular town, whatever they're calling themselves, and we will pick up with Party Foul next Saturday night at 7 o'clock. I think everyone's going to be here next Saturday, yeah? Yeah, very good. So
probably
back, and we'll see how they navigate the intricate military politics here at the Southern Outpost. Thank you all for watching. We love you very much. It's been wonderful. We hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Eat the rich, and have a fantastic little holiday. And we'll see you next Saturday.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Bye.